side. Now, of course, Juab comes with the white jerseys and kind of a, you can tell me the color, the crimson type colored pant.
Yeah, crimson and gold helmet.
The gold helmet.
So now these, we did luck out there because these are the easier of the numbers to see on the.
You're going to have to help me an awful lot tonight with the numbers down there.
I tell you, when they're at home and they've got dark numbers on, black numbers on crimson jerseys, and you can't pick, once the sun goes down, you can't tell what they are from up here. And I've talked to Coach Mike Bowering about that. Hey, next time you do that, you turn on the lights, put one player in the far corner, and you come up to the booth. And if you can tell me his number, then we'll talk. So.
Absolutely. So drifting back deep for Delta, it's going to be Austin Chappell. He wears number 20. And also on the far side, we'll get a number on the far side as well, I believe. That's Jason. Might be Jason Hatch. We need our binoculars here tonight, Cam.
Yeah, it looks like.
Well, can't tell if that's a 40 or a 42.
I think it's a 42, isn't it?
That's what it looked like. So here we go. We are underway. Here's the kick. And this is going to sail over the head of Hatch into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Delta will bring the ball out to the 20 for their first possession here this evening.
Yeah, that's such a weapon right now when you can kick it out of the back of the end zone and eliminate a return. Just right now, Kyler Nielsen for the Wasp has just, his leg has got stronger and stronger over the past 2 years, and now he can do that with some consistency. And matter of fact, he's become the Wasp field goal kicker, and that's something they've added to their arsenal this year that they've never had before, was a field goal kicker.
So again, Bracken Lovell, he is the second-year starter for the Rabbits under center, as he will drop back to pass, going to go down the middle and got a man wide open and overshot him at the 40-yard line. Wow. Had a man wide open running right down the seam, but just overshot him. If that's on the money, Cam, that might go for 6.
No, I think that is. Austin Chappell, it looked like to me, just came clean right there out of the backfield. Linebackers didn't pick him up right there as the Rabbits surprised the Wasp a little bit with that play. Nobody back and just slightly overthrew him.
David Skina, the senior center. And on either side of him, Mark Denbo wears number 54. He's a senior. Jordan Payne is on the other side. He wears number 65. At your tackles, Bodie Draper on one side and Russ Styler on the other. And then your receiving crew, as you noticed right there, Austin Chappell was out there, and all of a sudden, timeout taken on the field. So an early one here with 11:55 to go in the first. No score. We'll be back right after this 1-minute break.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
So on a second down and 10, Victor Almanza, he's the two-back, gets through for a gain of about 5. But, Cam, you could even hear the Delta coaches up here in the box, the frustration over that first play. They had planned it. They had dialed that up, knew that maybe Juab wouldn't be looking for that, and they just missed it.
Yeah, and you know, you're always that's the scary thing. Sometimes the nerves are so high at the beginning of a game, and I think when you get quarterbacks that will overthrow, they're just so pumped up, and then they make that overthrow.
Double tight formation, and Delta, once again with Victor Almanza, maybe a yard and a half. But going to bring up third down and about 4.
Brandon Smith with the tackle for the Juab Wasps as he came from that linebacker spot.
And so, Cam, with one play that you miss on, you go from a big gainer at least to now giving up the ball and giving Juab a short field here. They're going to kick this one away about from their 15. And Juab should have pretty good field position out of this.
Yeah, it's just a game of inches right there, and it just didn't go in the Rabbit favor.
Nice high punt, fair catch called for, and taken at the 41-yard line. making the catch there, the fair catch, I should say.
I believe that was Stephen Orm.
Yep.
Stephen Orm back for the Wasps, and a great kick there by the Rabbits. No chance for return, as Orm had really no choice right there, as he had a Rabbit staring him down and wisely made the fair catch.
So here come the Wasps with their first possession of the ball game. 41-yard line on Juab's side of the field. And they'll come with a 3 wide receiver set. And Robbins, quick 3-step drop, finds his man out in the flat complete, and he'll take a man all the way to the 45-yard line. And I believe, was that Greg Kidd on the catch?
That was Greg Kidd right there. A lot of double numbers on this Wasps team, but that time the Rabbits just kind of playing really safe right there as he just stepped back as the throw came out, just a little 5 and stop right there, and Nick delivered the pass, and he had room to run.
15 yards on the first completion from Nick Robbins to Kidd, and that sets up a 1st down and 10 in Delta territory. 44-yard line of the Rabbits. This time a double wide, I formation behind Robbins as he brings that receiver from near side in, and here's to give to the fullback as he barrels his way off that right side, picks up about 4 yards. And I believe, Cam, you got a number on that 44.
Dedrick Davidson. That was Dedrick Davidson on the carry. So they'll move Dedrick from the slot to the wide out to the fullback position, and they just want to get him as many touches as they can.
So it sets up his 2nd down and 6. And one lone setback behind Robbins. He'll have 2 receivers to the near side. Wide to the far side with a slot back. Robbins back to pass. Looking, got time, going over the middle, and just missed his receiver. Once again, missed Davidson, who was streaking down the middle, but a flag on the play, and it's going to be roughing the passer.
And I think what they're going to go is helmet to helmet. Is the first contact was clean, and the second contact went helmet to helmet on Nick right there as we watched the replay. And I think that's what the official got, was the helmet to helmet. The first contact was clean and had thrown the pass off. Second player just got him helmet to helmet. But the Rabbits did do a good job right there. If you can get to Nick and not let him get his feet set comfortable, and Nick does a good job of scanning the field and checking down to different receivers. And if you take away that time, he's got to either throw it or he's going to have to take sacks and throw it before he's ready.
So after the 15-yard mark off, this will put the ball at the 25. And here's the give. I believe that's Brandon Smith right up the middle. He'll pick up pretty good gain, I would think, of about 6, even 7 yards on the carry.
Brought down by the Delta Rabbits that time, and it was Rhett Shamu who made the tackle. I believe that was number 21 for the Rabbits.
So 2nd down and 3, and this gives Nick a lot of options right here. It's kind of that area that you feel comfortable. Go ahead and throw it, because even if you don't complete it, you've still got a manageable 3rd down if you have to. So,
and most likely 2 downs.
4 wide receiver set. Robbins out in the flat, gets a nice block from this end, and it's going to be a race to the end zone. Touchdown. Davidson with the reception, I believe. If
yep.
I was looking for 44, and you've got it.
Dedrick Davison with the reception, and then I believe that was Cody Williams out here on this wide receiver that got the block that really sprung him out. And then Dedrick just in a foot race to the pylon, and Dedrick just able to get the ball across.
So a 25-yard touchdown pass from Robbins to Davidson, and that gets the Wasps on the board in a hurry. 6-0 with 9:31 to go here in this first quarter of play. And Kyler Nielsen on for the point after try. The kick is up, and they say that it is good. So with 9:31 to go here in the first quarter of play, Juab on top 7-0. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
So the line drive kick handled at about the 2-yard line. And the returner taken down at about the 17. Just nowhere to go as the coverage was there. But going back to that touchdown pass, that was really set up well, and a nice kind of a crackback block. Took the defender out of the play and just a foot race to the end zone, but designed very well.
Yeah, and I think Juab does a lot of different things to try to get the ball into Dedrick Davidson's hands. He is, as we mentioned, the favorite target of Nick Robbins, but as we saw on that drive alone, he'll go to the fullback slot, he'll go to the slot, which is where that pass came out of. But every once in a while, they'll even stick him into the wideout spot. So it just makes it very difficult on teams to try to double cover him and match.
So Delta finding themselves down a touchdown here early. 9:26 to go in the first. They'll start deep in their own end. Here's Almanza coming off the right tackle. He's tripped up, and I'm not sure if he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like the Wasp had Caden Whiting on a blitz that time. Got through clean and just happened to guess right and was right in the hole right there to meet the ball carrier.
So it is a loss of 1, brings up second down and 11. The ball at the 16-yard line. And the Shadows now have pretty much engulfed the field here, starting to become a little more comfortable as far as the heat index is concerned. Double wide formation this time for the Rabbits. As here's Lovell. Gets hit as he tries to turn, and I think he was going to try and pitch it, and fumble is recovered by Juab. And, boy, that is certainly not the start the Rabbits wanted. As Lovell, as he turned, you'll see on the replay, really doesn't even have a chance to get rid of the ball before he is taken down.
Just Ashton Seeley came from that defensive end spot for the Wasps. Ashton, one of the sophomores on this club that are getting a lot of minutes, and you can see right there as Ashton just came off that. Looked almost unblocked as he got to the quarterback before he could make that handoff.
So the 15-yard line of Delta is where Nick Robbins will set up. In kind of a pistol formation, takes the snap, looking, and is going to be thrown down for a loss back at the 25. That'll be a loss of 10, and a flag comes in on top of that as well. Holding, and I would assume they will decline that penalty and take the sack.
Well, and Delta that time decided to bring pressure because they didn't pick up Dedrick Davidson in the motion at all. They were able to get the pressure there, and the Wasp had to hold. So this will back the Wasp up, and now.
Yeah, immediately the referee picked up the ball cam and he walked back to the flag, and I think he probably should have left it where the sack took place, but doesn't matter because they're going to accept the penalty, so it's okay.
And it's a spot foul. That will come from where the official, usually they'll adjust the flag a little bit, though. They're not usually good enough to throw it right to the spot, but that time they almost just, well, I guess it was behind the line of scrimmage anyway because that's going to bring up first, and what is that? That is
about 27.
Yeah, a long way. So a 17-yard penalty against the Wasps there.
So again, back into that pistol formation. Here's Robbins as he takes it. He'll give it to his fullback, and he'll take it ahead for a gain of nearly 5 yards. Once again, I believe that's Brandon Smith on the carry.
Brought down by Johnny Hatch as he came up from that linebacker spot and made a great form tackle right there on Brandon Smith.
So Juab mixing it up a little bit here as far as the playbook's concerned. You think maybe they'll go back and throw it here on a 1st and 27. But he was one tackle away from breaking it for a long one.
I think we could expect to see Dedrick in motion and see if the Rabbits pick him up this time. Not this time, no.
Robin back to pass, floating it down the seam, and it's caught right between the two defenders and down at the 5-yard line.
Caught that time by the Wasp number 34 on that catch, and that's Peyton Bowering. He's the other of the sophomores that's getting minutes. But that throw was all about Nick Robbins there as he had a very small window to fit that in, got it over the front defender and dropped it in front of the back defender for the big gain.
Everybody up here is hollering, pick it, pick it, pick it, and it just was thrown perfectly.
Yeah, just right in that spot. Nick did a good job of looking left that time and then coming back to the right side.
So it sets up a 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line. They'll go to Davidson around that right end. Going to get in easily. Touchdown from 5 yards out. Just like that, it's 13-0.
Very reminiscent of last game, though, for the Wasp, as they had an explosive first quarter and then became very stagnant. And Grantsville able to climb their way back into that ball game. We'll see if the Rabbits can do the same thing here.
So Juab, off of the Delta turnover, they turned it into points in a hurry, as it only took them 3 plays to go 15 yards. Of course, the penalty backed them up, but it didn't seem to slow them down at all. And once again, for the point after, here's Kyler Nielsen. Snaps a little high, but they get it down. The kick is, I think, blocked.
Yep, they looked like big number 84 for the Rabbits. Tanner Lefevre got a hand on that and able to bat that down, and shows you just how critical. We're back to inches. A little high snap slows everything down. Rabbits able to get a block on that one.
So a 7:53 to go in the first, 13-0. We'll be back after this 1 minute break.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 90 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
And as we come back live, once again, the ball's going to come out to the 20 for the Rabbits. Cam, how about this one? Juab has only run one more play than has Delta, yet they lead 13-0, and we are still early in this first quarter.
Yeah, right now Nick Robbins has came out very hot. I don't think he's got an incompletion yet, other than the one deep pass to Peyton Bowering right there on that last drive. It's been short things. And the Rabbits have done a good job of getting pressure on him, and so we'll see if that continues.
So out of the first down, here's a pitch to Almanza. He tries to cut it back inside, and he'll dive ahead for maybe a yard, but Juab pursuing that very well.
Yeah, gain of
every
one
morning,
on that pitch out to Almanzo. Juab defensive ends did it. Not only the defensive ends, but the cornerbacks did a good job in run support there as they cracked down on that pitch and were able to hold it to a small gain.
In fact, already Juab with 109 yards of total offense. So getting it up and down the field in a hurry. Second down and 9. Here's a little canter, and this, I believe.
We got a flag thrown on that as the official threw the flag, but then didn't get out of the way in time right there. It's the Delta running back, and I believe it was Almanzo again, that got through the hole and then ran right into the official there, but it looks like it was going to be a holding penalty against the Rabbits, and that'll back them up.
Took me a minute to look and see at the numbers. They've changed. They went with Austin Chapel that time, and they will alternate a little bit to try and give Almanza a break because he takes a beating back there at the two-back, and then he turns around on the defensive side and takes a pretty good beating there too. So they try to spell him off every now and then. But you're right. That's a penalty that Delta cannot afford to have. You just can't set yourself up second down and 16 deep in your own end.
Just with this style of attack, it makes it very difficult to work out of those holes. What you need is second and manageable and third and manageable, so you've got down a distance in your favor.
So the ball over on the far hash mark. And now the near side official says we're taking timeout. We'll take it with them here from Delta. 6:51 to go here in the first as you watch Delta High and Juab High football right here on local Channel 10 TV. And you're listening on KMGR. Good to have you with us. We'll be back after this 1 minute break.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
So the trouble continues for the Rabbits as they face a 2nd and 16. And they got a whole host of guys that jump early. That'll be a false start, and it'll move them back inside of their own 10-yard line. We just can't afford to do that. Not this time or place on your side of the field. You just don't want to give Nick Robbins another short field.
Yeah, and then you not only that, you've moved yourself out of your comfort zone with 2nd and long, and it's not where you want to be.
So it'll be 2nd and 21 this time. Here's Bracken Lovell. He'll roll right side, gets the pass out in the flat, complete out at about the 12-yard line. Hauled in that time, 24. That's Trace Willoughby sneaking out and making the catch. So a couple of yards is all.
Yeah, very good job. Tough throw for Lovell that time as he's rolling right for the left-handed quarterback. Kind of tough to make that throw right there. He was able to deliver it on target, and then the Juab Wasp defender was there very quickly.
Bracken's first completion of the game, and it sets up a 3rd down and 18. Still a long ways to go for the Rabbits. He'll roll to his left this time. Got to get rid of it. Here comes the pressure, and the ball will sail out of bounds out near the 22-yard line. He was looking for, I believe, David Kent.
Yeah, and just had Trevin Linton just in hot pursuit from that defensive end spot, and he was coming, and he felt him coming, and he did the right thing and got it safely out of bounds, or he was going to take another large loss there with the sack, but he was able to quickly get rid of that ball.
Yeah, I think he could feel the pressure coming. So Delta, once again, they're going to have to kick this one away. Derek Burton stands in his own end zone, right at the goal line, I should say. Nice high punt. Fielded at the 45-yard line, steps through a couple of defenders, and then taken down at about the 41-yard line. I believe that's Stephen Orm once again.
Yep, Stephen Orm and brought down by Victor Almanzo right there. Pretty good coverage after Stephen had made the first couple of Rabbits miss, and then he ran right into Almanzo there, who ripped him to the ground. Nonetheless, going to be good field position again for the Wasps.
42-yard line is where they'll put it down. And how about this for field position tonight for the Wasps camp? Juab started the first drive from their own 41, the second one, the Delta 15, and now they're at the Delta 42. And you can see why they're up 13-0.
Yeah, put your defense in a tough spot.
And then this is going to be interesting. He's going to say this play's coming back as the up end. Well, no, they won't bring it back because Delta's going to have the interception down at the 14. I was going to say the reason they're going to bring it back is they had 2 men in motion. The one stopped, but the back kept going, and that's why they threw the flag. So the Delta will decline it, and they'll take the interception right there down at about the 13 or 14. So finally something good happens for the Rabbits.
And Robbins just underthrew that ball right there, one-on-one coverage. You don't see that very often out of him, but that was underthrew, and on that. If the second man in motion, as they were both in motion at the same time, if they both would have went set for a count, it would have been all right. But the running back who went wide to the right side never did stop. The slot on the left side reset himself, but the running back never did, and so a good call by the official.
Dakota Dutson is the Delta player that made the interception over at, we'll call it the 14-yard line, and now once again just nowhere to go. Another loss on the play.
And once again, that's Ashton Seeley for the Juab Wasps. Just the sophomore having a monster first quarter so far as he is in the Delta backfield and able to make the tackle.
Right now Delta with just 6 yards on the ground. They have the one completed pass of 3 yards. And again, they are deep in their own territory. 13-yard line is where the Rabbits are. 2nd down and 11 with 5:58 to go here in this first quarter. This quarter seems to be just grinding along. If you're a Juab fan, you love it. You're up 13-0. If you're a Delta fan, you're thinking, let's get this out of our own end. Austin Chappell in motion. Back to pass is Lovell, complete. And the receiver gets it across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
completion that time to Austin Chappell right there. And he had room to run right there. Just one Juab defender kind of made a diving effort and just able to wrap up his ankles right there. He would have had a lot of room to run. But third and very manageable now for the Rabbits.
Third and a short 3, we'll call it, from about the 22-yard line. And Delta will stay with that double tie formation, the inverted wishbone behind Bracken Lovell. So he'll take the snap. He'll roll left side. I believe he tried to keep it himself and is not going to get the yardage needed.
Let's see, they're going to, a very, very small gain they'll give him. That'll be decision time for the Rabbits, and I think with this field position, you've got to punt it away and try to flip field position.
Here comes Derek Burton onto the field. He is the punter for the Rabbits. And Orm back, I was going to say back deep. Now he's going to come to the sideline. I'm not sure. They're not sure if they were going to kick it. So they're not going to. Now they're going to send Davidson, I believe, back. Nope, not Davidson. You can help me out there, Cam. 34 for Juab. That is Peyton Bowering back there. But after all that.
I don't think the Wasps were convinced that there was going to be a punt coming that way. Delta did punt, able to at least get the ball onto the other side of the field right here. And Juab will have their worst starting position, but no, not even on the other side of the line after that spot, as it'll be down at the 48-yard line.
So once again, Juab with a short field here with 4:23 to go in the first quarter. As Robbins will bring his crew to the line of scrimmage with a 1st and 10 from the Delta 43-yard line. 2 wide receivers, 2 slot backs. They'll bring the far side slot around. And here's Robbins with a quick hitter right up the middle. That's Brandon Smith, and he'll dance ahead for a gain of nearly 5.
And when Juab spreads you out like that, it makes it so very difficult to key on any one spot. That looked like a pass play, and they'll just run that dive to the fullback right there, and he gets a good gain.
So 2nd down and a long 5, we'll call it, for Juab. This time they'll stay tight on the left. They'll have a wide receiver far side, I formation again behind Robbins, and he will give it to his fullback off that left tackle. Close to a 1st down as he gets just across the 40.
Dedrick Davidson on the carry that time as he tried to stay on his feet behind the block of Nolan Nilsson. Delta did a good job of making initial contact and then really swarming to the ball.
Nearly 4 yards on the carry. Sets up a 3rd down and about 1.5 yards, maybe not quite that. Clock runs at 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Beautiful evening from Delta, Utah. Here it's homecoming for the Rabbits, and so far, Juab spoiling the homecoming. Robbins back to pass over the middle, missed his receiver right down the middle. He was once again looking for Caden Whiting, and it was open.
Yeah, just ran that really little play action right there, and then Nick just stood up to his 6'5", his full 6'5", and fired that out and fired it a little high right there.
So 4th down here for Juab, and obviously they will go for it with just over 1 yard to make. Clock is stopped at 3:11. And we'll see what Coach Bowering decides to go with. Here's the give, Davidson. And he's going to get the 1st down and more as he spins and drives his way to the 35-yard line and a gain of 5.
Rabbits had a chance right there as they had penetration, had first contact with Davidson in the backfield, and as you mentioned, had to spin away from it and able to pick up a good gain on that, more than enough for the 1st down.
Juab with 35 yards rushing so far here on the evening. They've got 64 through the air. But more importantly, they lead at 13-0 on the scoreboard. And a new set of downs for Juab. Ball just inside of the 35-yard line. They'll bring the wide receiver. They'll bring one of them here to the near side. And he'll come over. They'll spread the field. Back to pass. Robbins over the middle and almost picked off. Dropping back and knocking that ball away for the Rabbits, I believe, Johnny Hatch.
Yeah, and just a great play. The Rabbits were very well coached and well versed on where Robbins wants to go to the ball that time. I thought that time they might go to the outside to Dedrick Davidson, who had one-on-one coverage. Tried to go inside to Nilsson right there, and he was open. If he could have got it over that linebacker, just a great play by Chappell. Or
High
Hatch.
formation. Little cross buck, and then Robbins keeps it himself. I'm not sure if he wanted to. I think he was supposed to hand that off, but there just wasn't a good exchange, so he kept it himself.
And that bad exchange was caused by the Rabbit penetration. As this defensive front for the Rabbits now seems to have a little life, and they've got penetration. And Coach Mike Bowering has seen enough, and he's going to call his offense to the sideline.
So when we come back, it'll be third down and 8 for Juab. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Back after this 1-minute break.
Established in 1898, the historic Whitmore Mansion in Nephi offers a tantalizing restaurant and luxurious bed and breakfast. The Tropical Oasis Caribbean Buffet is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and includes calypso fried rice, creamy mashed potatoes, marinated grilled pork, barbecue chicken, and curry. Reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions, as they feature 10 rooms, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Visit the Whitmore Mansion at whitmoremansionnephi.com or call Jenny or Ian 623-0747.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
And on a third down and 8, Robbins rolls to his right and hits Davidson for a nice gainer and a first down. Threw it right on the money, rolling right, put it right on the numbers, and Davidson just an easy catch and gets the first down.
Yeah, just that drag from the backside. Davidson came. Nick had some time that time to stare him down and finally able to complete that pass to him.
And a new set of downs for Juab from the 21-yard line of Delta. Robbins on a little counter, and again, a little bit of a mix-up, but he waits, gets it to his running back, who makes something out of it, 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry that time. And I believe that was Peyton Bowering.
Yeah, and once again, the exchange was not clean, and Victor Almanzo comes over there and makes a big tackle on Peyton Bowering after that carry.
But even on a little bit of a mix-up, they get 5 yards, and it's second down and 5.
Yeah,
the ball's just outside of the 16-yard line of Delta.
That time the offensive line for Juab had opened that hole. We could see that from here, and it stayed open for quite some time and allowed Bowering to get through it.
So he'll bring his slot back in motion, left side, 3 receivers in the pattern, and he quickly tries to hit Ostler just on a little quick in, and I'm not sure if Ostler wasn't expecting it, but it sails right over his head.
Yeah, it looked like a mix-up right there, as Ostler never did, I don't think, see the ball as Nick fired it out there. Pressure was coming from the Rabbits, even on that quick drop right there. Nick took a shot from the Rabbits. So the Rabbits are doing a good job getting pressure now on Robbins.
So it brings up third down and 5, once again from the 16. They'll have wide receivers on either side and slot backs as well. One lone setback behind Robbins. Drops back to pass, and this one's tipped and knocked down, but a flag, I believe, before the play even got underway. Motion penalty. This will back him up 5, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Coach Bowering starting to get a little frustrated as the penalty bug's starting to bite his Wasp now, and that'll back them up.
So this will move it out to the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 10, and obviously they are in 4-down territory. Not having seen Juab, Cam, maybe they do have a kicker that they would go to.
Yeah, this is about at the limit of his range right here. He did try about a 42-yarder at Grantsville. It wasn't any good. It missed just wide right. It had plenty of legs, so I think it'd be an interesting decision for Coach Bowering.
Single tight here on the near side. Back pass, Robbins. Little screen out in the left, and it's dropped. A little bit low on the pass. Davidson, the intended receiver, and that'll set up a 4th and 10.
Now we'll see what he's going to do as Nick makes his way to the sideline. It looks like they are making some substitutions, and it looks like they will bring on the field goal unit.
So from where they have the ball now, it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 39 yards on the attempt. We'll see where they put it down.
Will be the right hash.
Which isn't always the best hash if you're a right-footed kicker.
Exactly. You've got to kind of get that pole across it. It'll be Kyler Nilsson to attempt the to attempt it as he handles all of the kicking duties for the Wasps.
We'll call it a 38-yard attempt. The snap is a good one. The kick's down, and it might have been tipped. I'm not sure, but it will sail wide right and no good.
So good defensive stand by the Delta Raps that time. After giving up just the one first down, they get them out, and they'll get their offense on the field, and it'll be spotted at the 20, which is about good field position for the Rabbits so far this game.
In fact, Cam, this will be their 5th possession here in the first quarter. They've started on the 20 2 times before. They've been on their own 17, their own 14. So, yeah, this is as good as they've had so far tonight. And they just need to get something going here. They have not had a drive of more than 3 plays and a punt.
Right. Yep. Need to go get that first down, and we'll worry about it after that.
Double wide formation. And, boy, mix up in the backfield. I'm not sure what Bracken, if he was going to try and roll and pitch or if he was supposed to fake it and then turn and go back himself, but he's going to lose 3 yards.
Right now, just too much pressure to run even a handoff in the backfield as the Wasp front 5 right now are just getting pressure all by themselves. No blitz on that one.
And we're under a minute to go here in the first. 13-0, Juab leads it. And Delta facing a 2nd and 13 from their own 17-yard line. Double wide formation again with the inverted bone behind Bracken level. They'll bring a back in motion, and they'll counter back to Austin Chappell. And positive yardage, he gets about 8 out to the 25-yard line.
And good hard running right there as he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, got into the secondary before he was brought down. And once again, you've got a manageable play. It'll be the Rabbits' choice to see if they get this off before we switch it over for the quarter.
And on that run right there, Cam, that's the first time Delta has been in double figures rushing. That gives them 12 on the evening so far. So here we go on a 3rd down and 5 from their 25. Chappell in motion, back to pass. Bracken level, and he had Chappell open again. We saw that play before, and he just overshot him. That would have been a first down.
Yeah, first down, and nobody behind him may have been able to turn that up. So now the Rabbits are going to have to punt as that'll stop the clock with 1 second left here in the first.
So this will be the 4th punt of the first quarter for the Rabbits. They have 1 turnover as well. And Orm back at his own 45 for Juab, waits for this one. High snap. Burton gets it down. This kick sails long and over the head of Orm, bounces at the 35, rolls down to the 25, and I think Orm does a good thing not to try and go pick it up. Great punt as Juab will start deep in their own end after we come back from this timeout. 13-0, Juab leads it. We'll be right back to Delta after this 1-minute break.
All Around Dental Care, located next to the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help protect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Ryan Rush and Justin Hilmo accept all insurances and even offer an in-house insurance plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, excellent dental care for the entire family. Call 623-0866.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has 4-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
And as we come back live to start this second quarter, Juab will have the ball at their own 22-yard line. Robbins back to pass, wide open out in the flat left side, complete for a first down and a gain of 12 or 13, and now they say the ball come out, and you saw it, Cam, before I did.
Yeah, that ball came out right there as Juab got a completed pass that time as Nick emptied the backfield and was able to hit Greg Kidd out there. And then it just looked like the Rabbits went after the ball that time as the ball came away from the body a little bit, able to strip that out. It came bouncing off and quickly pounced on by the Rabbits. And
the break they needed?
Yeah, You know, it kind of looks like the woes Juab had last week, where they started that first quarter and then just kind of went to sleep. See if the Rabbits can go to work right here.
First turnover of the game for Juab, and now Delta with an opportunity to get right back into this thing, trailing 13-0 early here in the second quarter. Double wide formation. Here's the give. And this is the second back through. Almanza dives ahead for a gain of about 9 yards. That's their best play of the evening right there.
Yeah, finally tripped up in the secondary by the Juab Wasps. Number 50, which is Brad Tishner, able to get him, but you don't like it when you've got defensive linemen making tackles 10 yards deep, or 9, I guess, in this case.
And it will be second down and 1, and again, double wide for the Rabbits. They'll send it back in motion. And now a flag flies, and again, mistakes just hurting the Rabbits here. That's a motion penalty. It'll cost them 5. So instead of 2nd and 1, now you're 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and that's just too bad. You can't afford to do that. Very manageable. Looked like a first down even on the carrier if they would have let the play go. Whistled dead before it stopped, and as you said, the Rabbits just kind of hurting themselves right now.
So Delta will bring the play in. Again, 2nd down and 6 from the 31-yard line after the turnover. Rabbits needing a score right here, trailing 13-0. And again, double wide on the formation with the inverted wishbone behind Bracken Lovell. And they're going to get the 5 back as Juab jumped on the hard count.
And we had a little bit of motion by the tackle. We'll see what way they go. He may have been drawn into moving. Nope, they got the Wasp. They made him move.
So we're back where we were at a play ago, 2nd down and 1.
This is going to be a long game at the rate we've been going here,
goodness.
Isn't it?
Yeah, still 11-17 to go in the first half. And Delta back to the same formation with the double wide and the inverted wishbone. Again, Victor Almanza is the tailback. We'll see if he gets the ball right here. Nope, and another on the far side. And back we go, 5 yards the other way.
You know, and I'm not seeing, that's almost like it's consistent as it's coming from the far side. I can't see it from up here. I can't see it on the replay. So it'll be, not sure what they are seeing over there.
Nonetheless, mistakes that need to be corrected. And this far into the season, Cam, yeah, you're nervous. This is the first region game, but can't afford to do that. See if Delta now can kind of settle down here, see if they can pick up some yardage. In motion comes Austin Chappell. They'll follow Chappell with Almanza, and there's nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, that time ran into his own man, and the Juab player will not get credit for that tackle is Tyler Greenouch, but he just stood up the blocker, the lead blocker for the Rabbit, and just held him there. And then the running back ran into his own man right there, and then the rest of the Wasps could help out.
And I think Delta is in 4-down territory here with a 3rd down and 6, but they really need to convert here to keep this drive alive. They'll send a receiver again, far side. One to the near side. Chappell comes in motion. Bracken back to pass. Rolls to his left. Looking. Going to go down. Oh, I was going to say to the 5-yard line. And wow, a lot of people upset. Thought there was enough contact. There should have been a flag, but none is thrown.
Yeah, I thought that too. It looked like the receiver wanted to stop and come back to the ball right there. Looked like the Juab defender just ran over him. The official right on top of it. I'm unsure as to why that wasn't called. He did have a good look, and that looks like just a no-brainer right there.
And I'm sure that's what these coaches down here are going to ask the official. What did you not see on that play? But that would have been a big penalty. It would have been a 15-yarder and would have given Delta a 1st down. Instead, they're still 4th down and 6. And you can see the Delta coaches now. You can't see them on your screen. We can. They're wanting to know what's up. Boy, this is going to be a long one here. A field goal attempt of about nearly 48 yards. Victor Almanza is a great soccer player as well. He's got the leg. Let's see if he can split the uprights from 48. Nope, line driver is going to sail low into the end zone and no good. So with 10:07 to go here in the first half, that drive stalls and they get nothing out of it.
Both teams missing field goals now. Delta coaching staff still wanting an explanation. I don't blame them. You would like an explanation on that. It just looked like a no-brainer from up here.
And, you know, coaches will tell you all they want is communication from the officials. If they'll come and talk to them, they may still be mad, but they feel a little better about things. And you can see the referee in the white hat talking to the referee on this side. They're probably trying to get an explanation, but I don't see anything coming to the coach. So they're just going to have to get by it and move on.
Yep. And missed field goal, had a golden opportunity right there.
Wow. Almanza comes up from a linebacker position and really lays a hit on the back. It's a gain of 2, but that's some pretty solid football right there.
Yeah, little life showing out of the Delta defense on these last 2 possessions, led by Almanzo both times now, and that time he just met the running back right in the hole.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. 9:38 to go here in the first half. 13-0. Juab leads it. Delta had a little bit of life there on that last drive, but it stalled, and they missed the field goal. So here's Robbins once again under center. First back through. Davidson dives ahead for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Sets up a 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, just Davidson on that dive, but once again, this Delta defense does a pretty good job. Keeps that minimal, or that gain to a minimal gain, and kind of came on second effort out of Davidson, who is now going to have to leave the game on this 3rd and long as he got shook up just a little bit.
So 2 wide receivers set. They'll bring 2 slot backs as well. 1 lone set back behind Robbins. Back to pass, a quick hitter, and it's complete out in the flat to the 33, across the 35, out to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 12, almost 13 yards.
Completed Nolan Nilsson that time. And right now the Delta corners are just giving an extra large cushion, and I think that pass is going to be available until the Delta corners will slide up a little bit and take that away.
So a new set of downs for Nick Robbins and the Wasps. And again, 2 wide to the far side. A slot back as well over there. Robbins look, going to scramble, and then is sacked back at about the 31-yard line. He was looked like for a quick hitter, and it just wasn't there. And by that time, had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I think this time the stepped up and weren't giving that cushion. The pass was not there, and Nick just had to eat it. And when you try to go with that quick hitter and it doesn't get there, your line's not going to hold out forever on that. They're thinking this is quick and we got to go. They let the Rabbits get through that time for the big loss.
So it is a loss of 8 on the play, back to the 31-yard line. 7:50 to go here in the first half. 13-0. Juab leads. They face a 2nd down and 18, and they're going to flood the field with receivers. 3 this side, 4 that side. Passes up and caught down the far sideline and out of bounds at about the 32, and a flag on this near side is going to bring it back.
Ooh, an illegal shift will be called against the Wasps. Robbins that time did look sharp as he found a streaking Dedrick Davidson that time down the sideline and delivered a perfectly thrown ball, but it was all for naught as that'll come back.
And that's the Nick Robbins I was expecting to see, is he can just step back and he can throw it like a dart.
Yeah, right to a spot right there, and that's kind of been missing the last 2 games. It was good to see him get it back, even though it's coming back, and it's going to make this even longer, as it's going to make it a 2nd and 23.
Clock stopped, 7:36 to go. Robbins in the shotgun. 4 receivers to the near side. 1 stays in to block. Robbins wide open with a receiver at about the 37, 38. He's going to get about 12 of it back right here.
Just able to complete that pass very quickly to Tice Osler. Tice Osler's 2nd catch of the ball game.
Going to get almost 14 of it back. And that puts Nick Robbins over the century mark. He has 112 yards passing on the night. We still have 7:05 to go in the half. 3rd down and 9, a big play here for Delta defense. And now timeout taken on the field. Coach Bowering wants to talk about it. We'll take it with them with 6:57 to go. 13-0 is your score as you watch Delta High and Juab High football right here on Local 10 TV, and CentralCom.com. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Lots of Matza Pizza in Nephi is locally owned and a delicious pizza restaurant in Nephi where they do delivery to Nephi, Mona, and Levan. Lots of Matza Pizza has take and bake as well as hot and go pizza. Their food is made fresh daily in-store, and they offer pizza, pasta, calzones, sticks, and fresh salads. You can find them online at lotsofmatza.com. Their menu's available there, and you can do online ordering available to the customers. Lots of Matza Pizza, a proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Miller County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
So on a 3rd down and 9, I believe the pass is complete to Davidson out here at the 47, but there's a flag again out at the 35, and I think this is going to come back.
Yeah, it looked like a holding. Came at the time and in the spot of a holding, and I would guess that would get marked off against the Wasps.
And the thing about it, Cam, as you mentioned before, this is a spot foul, so this is going to come from the 35. So this is going to be a 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. So this one hurts.
Yeah, you back him up right there. Even though it would have forced a 4th down, I think it's in an area at midfield where the Wasps would have gone for that on 4th and 1.
So about 3rd 25 right here for the Wasps. Trips to the far side, one wide to the near side as Robbins stands in the shotgun, looking, going down the far sideline. Got a man wide open, and it's complete to Orm. And you could hear the coaches up here, Cam, hollering, "You've got to get over, you got to get over." There was nobody there to cover the receiver as he picks up the big yardage right there.
Yeah, about 30 on the gain as that pass was completed to Nolan Nilsson, number 1. That time the Rabbits decided not to. They just got outnumbered there on the left side. Had 3 receivers for the Wasps, 2 cover guys for the Rabbits. They sent the middle linebacker on the blitz who was able to get good pressure. But when you're outnumbered like that, Robbins able to pick which one was uncovered, throw it up in his direction, and receiver able to run under it.
And again, he throws it right on the mark. 1st and 10 from the 45 of Delta. Robbins out of the shotgun. Looking, comes near side. Ball is perfect, thrown again and caught at the 25-yard line.
Peyton Bowering that time on a little wheel route as he got to the outside. Nick delivered the ball, and now the Wasps seem to have a little bit of mojo going.
20 yards on the completion. That'll give Nick Robbins 162 for the half. He comes in averaging 185 per game on the season. He's nearly there here in the first half.
Only the 13 points to show for it in the first quarter, and then the Wasps kind of hit their little stumbling block and are trying to get over it now.
So 1st down and 10. Trips here to the near side again. One lone receiver at the far side. Robbins stands in the shotgun all by himself. Drifts back to the 34. Going out in the left. It's open again, and it's complete. And down to about the 1-yard line, but a flag again on the play.
Late flag. It might have been a lineman downfield that time. But once again, the Rabbits outnumbered. The motion comes over. It became a 2-on-1 situation. Completion down to the 1-yard line. Wait and see what the call is. It came from the...
Set a hold on the play. So
all right.
10 yards from that spot, it's going to take the ball back to about the 38-yard line. So another bullet dodged right there by the Rabbits. It would have been 1st and goal inside the 2.
Yeah, right now the Rabbits defensively have got to start to match up and pick up motion, count men in, and you've got to have unless they're just going to play this zone, but even outnumbered, you can't play that zone.
So 1st and 23, excuse me, Cam.
Yeah, 2 safety look now by the Rabbits.
And trips to the far side. This time Nick Robbins will come up under center, has a receiver here to the near side. And the ball, overshot his receiver there. here to the left. He's the last few plays he's been used to airing it out, and that one just got away from him right there.
But, you know, once again, the Rabbits didn't make an adjustment. They have 2 safeties in there. One of them's got to go over and cover the extra receiver, and had that been completed, the Wasps had him outnumbered on blocking right there, and that would have been a big gain.
5:48 to go here in the first half. This is a slow-moving scoreboard here because of the amount of passes that have been thrown. $16 passes so far for Robbins. And now, little scat back around the left side. This one goes for nowhere. It goes for a loss of about 4 yards.
And
they tried to mix things up a little bit right there.
Yeah, that may be the last run you see for a while out of Coach Bowery. that was another big loss right there as he just tried to run that and try to keep him honest on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and 29, says the scoreboard. The ball is at the 42-yard line of Delta. They've got to take this to the 15 for a first down. 5:10 and counting here in the half. 13-0. Juab leads it here over Delta. Homecoming for the Rabbits tonight. So far, Delta has not been able to get a lot going. Trips to the near side, a slot back as well over here. Here's a lateral to the right side. Now a pass up to the 35 and taken down at about the 34-yard line. That is Orm.
Yeah,
that's going to give him about 7.
Tried to run that double pass right there. Once again, just outnumbered again there. The coverage came. The double pass wasn't real successful because the coverage was coming from the Rabbits late, which ran right into that double pass. So we'll see what happens here. I'm sure the Wasp will go for it instead of try the extremely long field goal.
4th down and 19. The ball at the 34-yard line, and Juab will line up to go for it. Robbins stands in the shotgun all alone at the 40-yard line and then says timeout. Didn't like the look that he had. So let's take it with him. 4:29 to go. Juab back with a 4th and 19 when we come back to Delta High School after this 1-minute break.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
So here we go, 4th down and 19. Robbins all alone. Drifts back to about the 44, 45, looks, pumps, and now going to be taken down at the 44-yard line. And that'll be a sack, but here comes a flag in on top. And they're going to say blow to the helmet. Boy, the fans are not happy from the Delta side, and we'll watch it on the replay here and see.
It won't be a first down. That is no longer an automatic first down, so it's still.
Ooh. I don't know. He kind of was going down backwards when the second tackler come in. So
he did go high, but he's changing levels as he's going down right there. So it's a confusing call. Now do we have a second flag?
There is a second flag out there at the 41, and I think this might go on the Delta sideline. We'll see whether they – sometimes referees will choose to call a sideline warning without any kind of a mark off, but we'll have to wait and see on this one.
And this will be a big call because this will be – it's not a first down with the helmet to helmet. That's no longer an automatic.
Yep, unsportsmanlike. So that's going to be 15 and 15.
He signaled that against Juab.
Oh. Now, how in the world did they get an unsportsmanlike against Juab, Cam? I have no idea where that came from.
So.
Okay, you're right. What happened there is Nick came up a little frustrated and fired the ball into the grass, is what they're telling me, and that's where the second flag came from.
Okay.
So those penalties apparently will offset one another, and Delta will have it at the 44. Wow, what an interesting
But that confuses
change
me a little
of events.
bit, because usually on offsetting penalties, you replay the down.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there. The penalty on Delta came at a live ball.
Yep.
And that would have taken it 15 yards up, and then the unsportsmanlike was marked off back the other way.
And there was no automatic first down there. So
there's where we were. So Delta again with a break, and this is going to go up the sideline. Here's Victor Almanza to about the 37-yard line. That's nearly 20. We'll give him 18 on the carry.
Dedrick Davidson with a touchdown-saving tackle, and he just grabbed onto the leg and held on for dear life right there, and finally able to drag Almanzo down. A heck of a run right there, and a nice big hole by the Rabbits.
So the ball now at the 30, we'll call it the 38-yard line of Juab. Double tight formation for the Rabbits. They got plenty of time, 4:15 left here in this first half. And this is a quick hitter off the left tackle to the 31. It's a gain of about 8 yards. I believe that might have been Johnny Hatch.
Yep, brought down that time by Ashton Seeley.
Give him 7 on the carry. Delta now with 46 yards rushing. Second down and 3 from the 31-yard line. And again, first back through, and another flag comes in on the play. And Cam, it's always interesting to see how quick a flag can come in on a running play.
Right, and that has to be in the area of hold, but you would wonder.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think both coaches have got to be a little frustrated with the number of flags that have been thrown here in the first half.
Yeah, I agree. This will back the Rabbits up, and once again, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot as they have 2nd and 2, maybe 3 right there, and now you're going to back it all the way up with that hold, and you're going to have 2nd and 13.
I can just about guarantee that if you had Coach Bowering and Coach Fowles together, they would both say, please. Please, let's just play.
Yep.
Second down and 12 now from the 41-yard line after the mark-off. Here's the pitch. Almanza cuts it inside of the would-be tackler, takes on another one, and drives ahead to the 36. A lot of running, and he gets about 5 yards out of it.
Yep, brought down that time after breaking several tackles. Finally able to get a hold of him was Juab's Brad Tishner, who came up and delivered the hit.
3:15 left here in the first half. 13-0. Juab leads it. Delta with a 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 36-yard line of Juab. They'll send 2 wide this time. Let's see if Bracken Lovell decides to put it in the air. Nope. Second back through. Almanza trying to battle his way ahead, and he does it for about 4, almost 5 yards, and it sets up a 4th down and 2.
Once again, just able to hang on that time, Tyler Greenouch, as he's just grasping on, and I'm sure the Rabbits will go right here. They're having some success running the ball right now.
Ball in the near hash mark. As Lovell comes from the sideline, Coach Russ Fowles tells him what he wants right here. 4th down and a long 2 for the Rabbits. 2:27 and counting here in the half. And Delta says, nope, let's talk about it. This is a big play. We'll talk about it as well. We'll let you go back and enjoy a couple of our sponsors. 13-0, 2:26 to go. 4th down and 2 when we get back.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU Ice Cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
So maybe the biggest play of the game for Delta right here. 4th down and 2 with 2:26 to go in the half. They need to convert here. They trail 13-0. Here's the give. Almanza at the line of scrimmage, and that's just Victor Almanza right there. He was hit at the line, spins and slides through for a gain of 3 and a first down.
Yeah, great second effort there that time by Victor as he just got hit at the line, spun a little bit, got his back going, and just kept driving those legs forward, able to fall backwards and pick up the first down.
Boy, did the Rabbits need that. A new set of downs, the 27-yard line of Juab. And the Rabbits, they'll send Ridge Peterson wide to the left. I believe that's Burton here wide, or excuse me, the right, Burton wide left. And first back through goes nowhere.
And there's a late hit call on the Juab Wasps as they stayed with that. Unable to get a number, but they didn't stop on the whistle that time and kept going. Knocked the Delta player down, so Delta's going to pick up big yardage here on this personal foul.
Daxton Johnson was the ball carrier, and he picked up a yard, but now with the penalty on top of that, this puts Delta down inside of the 20.
And a good call that time by the officials as that action was late.
In fact, this ball is going to be placed at about the 12-yard line of Juab. 1:49 left here in the half. Delta trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. They trail 13-0.
Out of timeouts now. They do have plenty of time.
And I'm not sure what the holdup is down there on the field.
Looks like players are ready to go.
Yeah. The officials, they spot it down finally now. They're going to move it back to about the 13, almost to the 14-yard line. Double tight formation, again, level under center. Here's the give, second back through. Victor Almanza dives close to the 10. And that'll be a gain of 3.
Yeah, they're going to be content with 3 yards at a pop right here if they can continue to make this drive right now. As this offensive line's getting the initial push and then backs on second effort are making sure they fall forward.
2nd down and 7. The ball just outside of the 10-yard line of Juab. They'll send Ridge Peterson wide to the right, and they'll come back wide to the left here with Derek Burton. Here's a pass over the middle. It's a little bit low and incomplete at the goal line. If he gets that ball up another 6 inches to a foot, it might have been a score.
Yeah, good pickup by the Delta back that time. You just got to set your feet and make sure you deliver that ball. He had the time right there. Still falling backwards a little bit. Set your feet, throw that, and that had a receiver that made a great move and had inside position. Just got to deliver that one.
So it's 3rd down and 7. Clock stops. 1:18 to go here in the first half. 13-0, Juab leads it. Delta knocking on the door here, again from the 10-yard line. Look at this formation, Cam. Trips to the far side, one to the near side. Bracken back to pass, rolls to his right, lets it go to the corner of the end zone, and too far out of bounds, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That time under a lot of pressure as he had 2 Wasps closing in on him, able to get it out there where only his guy could get it or it'd fall incomplete. But it does stop the clock, so no matter what happens now, the Wasps are going to have another shot on offense with about a minute left on the clock.
So another big play right here for Delta, and they certainly are in field goal range for Victor Almanza if they so choose to go that direction, and they will. They want to see if they can't get some points on the board. So Bracken Lovell will be the holder. This will be a 27-yard attempt from the left hash mark. So Victor lines it up, says, okay, ready to go. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Kick is up. Boy, this is way high and long, and it's good.
Yep. Dead center, perfect.
27 yards out. Delta gets on the board. They wanted the 7. They'll take the 3 because they certainly didn't want to go to the locker room with a goose egg on the board.
Well, and especially as good as that drive was there. That time they moved the ball a little bit better, got the help of a penalty, but able to run the ball for times to get the 3 yards of carry right there and did a good job with their offensive line.
Cam, if you look at this, both Juab and Delta have run the exact same number of plays. Juab got out of the gate quick. They scored on their first 2 possessions, but since they have missed on a 38-yard. They did also had an interception, a fumble lost, and then have gone out on down. So you were very prophetic in what you said early. They got out quick and then have kind of
they just
Stall
bog down a little bit. Yeah, have a tough time getting it going. Now they'll come out. My guess is they're going to come out and try to throw the ball here and take a shot. Probably depends a little bit on field position and coverage here, but.
And we'll alert our station. We kept it right here simply because we're 1:08 away from halftime, and there's going to be an extended halftime for homecoming. We'll have a 20-minute half, so we'll allow our sponsors to identify themselves at that time. Here's Burton's kick. Long, high, and a nice kick into the end zone. And now, apparently, another flag.
Yeah, I don't see the flag out there, but he did call it.
So they'll kick it again. And that's too bad because that one sailed into the end zone. Juab would have had an 80-yard field to contend with.
Now, there's most likely there will be a return on this one now.
So again, Burton to tee this one up from his own 35-yard line. 1:08 to go here in the half. 13-3. Juab leads it. Here's the kick. Another long kick fielded at the 5-yard line. And Juab will bring it right up the gut. Look at the speed coming up through the middle. One man to beat. Can he do it? Nope, not quite. But it's a great return. Boy, that's what a penalty can do to you. Instead of starting at the 20, Juab will be out at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it turns out to be almost a 30-yard penalty right there as the wall got set. Dedrick Davison just followed through it and then exploded up the middle. Kind of a touchdown-saving tackle right there in the middle of the field. But you got it here where the Wasp will now probably take a shot.
Absolutely. Plenty of time. 58 seconds for Nick Robbins to operate. He stands in the pistol. One lone setback to his right. He'll roll right side. Flag flies, and the pass is complete to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 13. We'll see what the penalty is.
Late flag for a procedure call.
Greg Kidd on the reception. Ineligible downfield is what they're going to call.
And Nick Robbins doesn't agree with that one as he comes over to talk to the official, but he's not going to change anybody's mind.
And those linemen up front, Cam, they've got about maybe a 5-yard cushion, and that's about it. If you go past that, they will flag you.
Yeah, and that explains why that was late coming out of there, is that line judge just saw him come further out. But once again, Delta kind of in a prevent defense here. At least one timeout, and
and they wind the clock, so Juab's got to hurry here with 43 seconds to go and counting.
Yeah, I'm not sure because that was a change of possession. Change of possession, and he went out of bounds. So I'm not sure why the clock continued to run there.
How about this pass? Ooh, I was going to say it was complete, thrown on a dart, but they said the receiver was out of bounds, and so it will go as an incompleted pass.
Yeah,
we can't see that far over.
No, so this should stop it. We'll see what's going on here.
So 31 seconds to go in the half. 13-3. Juab with the ball at their own 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15. Coach Bowering wasn't happy on the call. He thought that the receiver was in bounds when he caught it. So here we go. One lone setback to the right side of Robbins. He's got 4 receivers in the pattern. Looking, still rolls to his right. Another flag comes out. Here is the pass, and it's complete to the 43. And the receiver cuts it back in and heads to the 32. This would be a first down and a gain of 14 if it were to stand.
Once again, the holding is the call.
Coming back.
And
Cam, I don't know about you, but in the games I've seen so far this year, this is by far the most flags I have seen on the field, at least in a half.
Yeah, I have not seen anything like this. And still what's funny with all these flags, maybe the call of the game is a no call. And so it kind of makes you wonder what's going on right here. Not questioning. That was Juab had good protection for Nick there for a long time. Could have been a hold in there. And now it looks like the Wasps may take a knee.
So 4th down and about 27, and Coach Bowering says, that's enough.
Yeah.
We'll go to the locker room up 13-3. Content with the 10-point lead. Delta was hoping for a few more, but they'll take it. 10-point game here at the half as the clock clicks down to 0. Once again, You're listening to Delta High and Juab High football right here on KMGR Radio and watching it live on local Channel 10 TV. Glad to have you with us. We'll be back right after this break.
Painter Motor in Nephi is home of the best new and used cars in Central Utah, backed by extraordinary service. Test drive the new 2014 Chevy Silverado that's redesigned from the tires up to feature best in horsepower, best in towing, and best in fuel economy, touting a V8 engine that gets V6 gas mileage. Right now, Painter Motor has a rock-bottom pre-owned vehicle special. Get any pre-owned vehicle for just $37 down. Painter Motor, 1100 North Main Street in Nephi. Call 800-662-CARS or online at paintermotor.com.
Come visit Delta City, the largest community in Millard County and the surrounding area. Recreational opportunities abound, including camping, hiking, fishing, water skiing on the Gunnison Bend Reservoir, motocross racing, four-wheeling at the dunes, or playing 18 holes of golf on our Jewel of the Desert. Then spend a day experiencing the thrill of finding your own fossils in one of the world's richest deposits of trilobites. Delta is also Utah's gateway into the Great Basin National Park. West Millard County can satisfy all your recreational needs. Delta City.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
And welcome back to halftime. It's homecoming here at Delta High School, and we certainly want to thank Southern Utah University as they sponsor the halftime show. Southern Utah University, where you get involved in your education and experience more. Once again, Southern Utah University. 13-3 is your halftime score, and as we mentioned, it is homecoming here tonight, Cam. So if you will let me have just a second here, we'll at least let people know out there who our homecoming royalty is and let the parents be a little bit proud here tonight.
I'll say it happens once a year. Go ahead and do it.
Absolutely. The second night here for the Delta High homecoming will be Bracken Lovell. He is the son of Lauren and Amber Lovell, and he's, of course, the quarterback out there tonight as well. And the second attendant, Madeline Deloach. Maddie is the daughter of Dr. Dennis and Camille Deloach. Your first night, Trace Willoughby, who's also out there on the field tonight, son of Jason and Rita Willoughby. The first attendant is Veronica Henderson, daughter of Jared Henderson and Sarah Eggleston. And your homecoming king for 2014 is Mick Topham. He is the son of Tim and Sandra Topham. And the homecoming queen, Caitlin Nielsen, daughter of Ken and Sandra Nielsen. So we'll certainly congratulate all of those young people and the parents as well, because you know what, they've raised some fine children there, and I know you see it over in Juab as well. There's just a lot of good kids and a lot of good people helping out in so many different ways. But our parents are certainly doing a great job,
yeah,
no doubt.
Both sides, and that's how you get, well, that's what I like to think anyway.
Absolutely.
That good parenting will turn out good kids. So.
And the two schools, to be honest with you, have a pretty good relationship. You don't see the nastiness between Juab and Delta. Are they competitive? Absolutely. They want to beat each other? Absolutely. But there's a lot of good friends back and forth between the two communities. In fact, you know, Cam, when we were looking to build a new school here a few years ago, one of the schools that we went to take a look was Juab High School, because we really thought the architecture there, it's a nice school, it's very functional. We really liked what they did at Juab, and you'll see the Delta High School is in many ways a lot like Juab.
Similar, so. Yeah, and it is a beautiful school right there, and probably one that was needed over here for quite some time. You've always had that fantastic gym. You have a fantastic atmosphere out on your football field, but it was probably time to replace that high school.
So anyway, looking at this this first half, first quarter was full of fireworks offensively for Juab as they came out of the gates quick. They scored on their first possession. They went 4 plays, 41 yards, and had a 25-yard pass completion for a touchdown. They jumped out quick, 7-0, and then the second possession, Davidson takes it in from 5 yards out. The kick was no good, and they're up 13-0, and you think, uh-oh, boy, Juab may run away with this thing. That next possession, Dakota Dutson from Delta gets the interception, and then a lot of flags started flying. Juab had a couple of big plays, one that took them right to the 2-yard line, but a flag brought it back, and things kind of bogged down for the Wasps from that point on.
Yeah, it almost just with the amount of flags, neither offense could really find a rhythm to get into right there. And I think we had one play there where we had 4 flags thrown before we could get a play off, and it just, I'm sure both coaches are in their locker rooms right now saying, we got to clean this up, we got to clean this up. And, you know, Juab at times with just behind Nick Robbins' arm can overcome some of these penalties, but it makes it very difficult on this style of attack that the Rabbits use. When they get a big penalty, backs them up and kind of puts them in the hole. Although a lot of life started to come there in the second quarter out of the Rabbit offensive line. They started to blow some holes open, and running backs were starting to get gains.
And as you look at the numbers for Juab, they ran the ball 14 times in that first half for 26 yards. Now, that sounds a little deceiving. There were 3 sacks in that first half for a total of 22 yards that came off of that rushing total. So they would have had a few more yards than that. And as far as throwing the ball, Nick Robbins tonight, 11 for 18 for 169 yards. He has the 1 touchdown and he has the 1 INT, but yeah, 169.5, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all for a high school ball game. And Nick, it's kind of been, he's been really sharp at times, and then some throws have just not been very close. So I think he's just starting to get back into a groove a little bit, starting to throw the ball better. But some of this can be attributed to the pressure of the Rabbits as they've been able to get pressure on Nick and force throws earlier than he wants to.
And as far as Delta is concerned, they have thrown the ball 7 times on the evening. They've completed 2 of those passes out of the 7 for 11 yards. And as far as running the ball, they've got a total of 68 yards rushing here tonight. So 79 yards of total offense. Again, as we talked in the pregame, we knew this would be kind of a contrast in styles, and that's what you're seeing, 169 to 11 through the air. They just do it different ways, the teams do.
Yeah, they do it different ways, and kind of makes it fun to watch. But I'll tell you what, right now, both defenses playing very well, which makes it fun to watch. And as I said, the Rabbits started to show some life with that offensive line there in the second quarter, started to blow some holes. And I think we're in for an exciting second half. We can keep the Yellow Hankies down to a minimum here so we can get in some rhythms going both ways, and I think we'll enjoy it. Plus, it should be a little bit shorter.
Absolutely. So there we go. 13-3 is your halftime score. Let's send it back to the studios one more time for a 3-minute break as you listen to Delta High and Juab High football on KMGR. And you watch it live right here on local channel 10 and centralcom.com. We'll be back after this 3-minute break.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities, that equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
And once again, welcome back to the Southern Utah University Halftime Show. From a new freshman to a graduate student, an SUU education is designed to help you experience more from your education. SUU, where you get involved in your education so you experience more learning. So again, our thanks to SUU and, of course, all of our sponsors that help us here tonight. We certainly want to thank Central Valley Medical Center along with Intermountain Power. Garrett Honda in Nephi. Security Insurance, Mr. Dale Whitlock, good friend of mine, helping us out here tonight. Whitmore Mansion, all-around dental care. Also, Nephi Federal Credit Union. Centricom, Channel 10, Drew Bay, used cars, along with Cache Valley Bank, Mount Nebo Market, Jorgensen Honda, and Sunrise Engineering. We also want to thank Delta Medical Center, Drew Bay Chevrolet here in Delta, RC Staples, Delta City helping out as well, Lovell Pharmacy, Oasis Seed Co-op, and again, Sunrise Engineering helping out here on this side of the county as well. So again, our thanks to all of our fine sponsors. They help us bring you the scoreboard here at halftime. Here's a little bit of an update for some of the scores out there. First off, in the 3A North, Grantsville leading Carbon 21-6 at the half. Morgan all over Emory 21-0. And Judge Memorial leading Union 24-6. In the 3A South, of course, this one here, 13-3 is your score. Juab leading Delta. Have not seen a score yet on the North Sanpete Manti game. And Canyon View, a little bit of a surprise here, leading Richfield 21-7 at the half. And if you're watching with us here on our local Channel 10 cable TV or on our live stream through Centricom.com, there's your royalty this year for homecoming here in Delta. We went through that a moment ago as you're looking at them here. Again, Bracken Lovell, second night. Maddie DeLoach, the second attendant. Trace Willoughby, you see down there, is the first night. Veronica Henderson, the first attendant. And your homecoming king, McTopham, and homecoming queen, Caitlin Nielsen, there on that beautiful float. We had a great parade earlier today down Main Street, and was enjoyed by everybody. The Spirit Bowl earlier. We just had activities all week long here at Delta High School. It's been a fun week, and we want to thank everyone involved. Becky Zook is the advisor for the student council here at Delta High School, and we certainly want to thank Becky for all of her hard work that she puts in with the student council. Again, getting back to some of the scores here on the evening, let's look at the 2A real quick. Beaver leading Grand 28-14. They are in the third quarter. San Juan all over Parowan 34-0. And Enterprise leading South Sevier in the third 28-0. And in the 2A North, we have not seen a score on the Gunnison American Leadership Academy game. North Summit and Millard at the half tied up at 7. And South Summit leading Summit Academy 21-10. Cam, I was just going through a couple of scores here, and one that surprised me just a little. I'd like your thoughts on it as well. Canyon View leads Richfield 21-7 at the half. Canyon View starting to put things together down there.
Well, they should. I haven't seen Canyon View yet this year, but that's a good score, and I'm a little surprised by that one as well. That's at Canyon View. So they're at home at the half, but 21 points, 21-7. That's a decent lead right there for the Canyon View.
As we look up through the classifications in the 3AA in the north, Juan Diego leads Bear River 15-0 at the half. Stansbury 25-13 over Ben Lomond, and Tooele over Park City 28-6. And down south in the 3AA, Desert Hills leading Payson 20-0 at the half. Hurricane and Cedar no score as of yet, and Pineview leads Dixie 21-14. Getting back to this one here real quick, Cam. Interesting game. We thought it would be entertaining, and it has been. Manti leading North Sanpete 14-6 at the half is the score we get there. So that's one of those rivalry games that no matter who's ranked where, they're both going to come out. It's going to be a slugfest, and it looks like that's what it is tonight.
And there will be some bad blood in that one. So you never know what's going to happen. That's closer than I thought it would have been right now. I would have thought that Manti would have been heavily favored going into that to start that ball game. But the Hawks hanging tough right there, at least through the first half.
So as we're about 4 minutes away from getting this thing underway once again, we certainly want to thank Taylor Thompson. He is our cameraman here tonight. He's running things, and I think he's cooler than we are. He's outside the booth running the camera, and he gets to feel a little bit of a breeze, I hope, out there.
Well, I've also seen days when it's raining like crazy, and he's outside the booth. So
you're right. And, of course, Nate Palmer is our engineer here in the booth. He keeps us queued up, does such a good job with the replays. Our thanks to Centricom for allowing us not only to stream this live, but to put it on cable TV and, of course, KMGR radio. As boy, these kids get a lot of exposure, a lot more than you and I did when we were in school.
Yeah, and it did. And, and it's fun for people that can't make the trip, and you can turn on your TV, you can flip on your radio, and you can listen. I have a lot of memories of listening to games where I'd just go out, one of the KMTI stations, fire it up, and I'd have to sit in my car. And sometimes I'd even have to drive to make sure I could get reception if it was a game I was really interested in.
So, again, our thanks to Mr. Doug Barton for all he does through the Central Utah radio stations. And, of course, Centricom here, as they are the new home of Delta High Athletics and helping us as well at Juab High. So, again, our thanks to all those people involved. Once again, 13-3 is your halftime score. Let's take another 3-minute break, after which we'll be back to homecoming in Delta and Juab right after this.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug and decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Established in 1898, the historic Whitmore Mansion in Nephi offers a tantalizing restaurant and luxurious bed and breakfast. The Tropical Oasis Caribbean Buffet is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and includes calypso fried rice, creamy mashed potatoes, marinated grilled pork, barbecue chicken, and curry. Reserve the Whitmore Mansion for weddings and family reunions, as they feature 10 rooms, a swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Visit the Whitmore Mansion at whitmoremansionnephi.com or call Jenny or Ian 623-0747.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
So as we wrap up our halftime show, our thanks to Southern Utah University as they have sponsored the halftime show. An education designed to give you a memorable experience. Look into Southern Utah University and experience more. Alongside Cam Wright, I'm Ken Nielsen. Glad to have you with us here on a Friday evening as the first region game for both of these teams, 3A South. And Juab right now getting the better of it, 13-3, and they will receive this opening kick. We'll see what kind of adjustments both coaches have made in the locker room.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch what goes on here in the second half.
So kind of a short kick fielded at the 11, and a nice return as this comes up the far sideline, up near the 45-yard line. Great return.
Yeah, up to this point, Juab has just been winning the field position battle this whole game, and Delta's has improved their starting position as the game's gone on, but for the most part, the Wasps have had excellent field position to start this, or on every drive they've started in this ball game. I think one started at the 22, and other than that, they've been all near midfield.
And again, Juab has run one more offensive play than Delta in that first half. Pretty amazing how it's balanced out. But Juab a little more efficient in the offense. They lead at 13-3 as we start the second half. Great field position. 43-yard line is where they'll spot it down. Robbins pass out in the flat complete, and the receiver, nice move, turns to the outside across midfield to 40, 35, inside the 30, and all the way down to about the 23-yard line.
Once again, just very soft cushion right there. Playing about 12 to 15 off the receiver. Came out, defensive back came up very quick, but he went inside, kind of felt for that little juke to the inside, and then Kid was just off on the races and broke a couple of tackles and got some extra yardage.
And that puts Nick Robbins over 200 for the night passing. Back to pass, Nick hides it well. Looks, comes back to the right side. Got a man open. No good. I was ready to say touchdown, and apparently didn't quite have control as he went across that back line.
You did see, even though that was an incomplete pass, you did see just how effective Robbins can be when he gets time that time. Wanted to go to the left side with his roll. That time had time to come back and just delivered a perfect ball. They just ran out of football field right there as Kid had to step out of bounds.
In fact, Cam, I was looking at those pylons, and that's not the out-of-bounds line. It's the line up in front of it. So a beautifully thrown ball, but just a touch long. And it'll be second down and 10. And this one's going to go for some huge yardage and maybe a touchdown. He dives for the end zone, and it is. Touchdown from 23 yards out.
Brandon Smith on that fullback position.
Wow.
And that's that case of, once again, the Wasps just spread the Rabbits out right there and then run that dive up the middle. Rabbits have been fairly effective at stopping that. That time Smith able to get through cleanly and then just off to the races.
57 yards in 4 plays for the score. And Juab starting out the second half just like they did the first half.
Kid with the hold.
And the kick is up and good. So just like that first drive, they went 4 plays to start the game, and they took it 41 yards for the score. This time, 4 plays, 57 yards.
Yep, no, that big pass connection from Robbins to Kidd along the right sideline, and that got the Wasp down deep into Rabbit territory, and then Smith just able to get that carry and finish it off.
Only 35 seconds off the clock here in this third quarter. And Juab immediately back up by 17. 20-3 is your score. As Delta looks to return this one. Austin Chappell back deep along with Jason Hatch. They stand at about their own 2-yard line. Nielsen tees this one up. from the 40, and we're set to go once again. So we grind through that whole second quarter. We do get one field goal out of Delta, and then in 35 seconds, a score from Juab. And this ball through the end zone, it'll be a touch.
Yeah, just good kick right there by Kyler. And it is kind of fun to watch as over time both, well, just even the smaller schools where you used to see very limited kicking games, and it was a kind of a rarity to have somebody that actually could kick the football. And now I just think across the board, kicking has become, I don't know whether it's the rise of soccer, I don't know what, but there are players out there that now can really kick the ball, and we've seen it on both sides tonight.
Well, and it can be such a factor in the game as far as field position is concerned. So here's Delta once again starting from their own 20. They've been back there a lot tonight. And not going anywhere.
Yeah,
we'll get a number on the ball carrier coming out of there. I believe Trace Willoughby on the carry. No gain on the play.
Yeah, just that time the Juab defensive front just stacked that hole up, and there was nowhere to go.
Delta actually leads the running game here tonight, 68 yards to Juab's 49, but Nick Robbins with 203 yards through the air. There's your difference. Two wide receiver set this time for the Rabbits with the inverted wishbone. And here's the give. Almanza trying to get loose and dives ahead to about the 23. That'll be a gain of 3.
Able to turn that as the Wasp defense really sold out on that first back through. Give was to the second back through, and just defensive tackle on the backside just did a great job of staying home and just worrying about his job. As that time it was Brad Tishner and able just to stay home and pick that up.
The inverted wishbone brought to Delta High many years ago by Coach Dean Fowles, and he had a lot of success with it. You can do a lot of things out of it. You always, it's very effective running the ball. Here's a pass over the middle, complete. At about the 32, that's enough for a first down. A gain of 9. Derek Burton on the catch.
Boy, just a fantastic throw, too, as he had pressure coming and looked like he wanted to roll further and just stopped and delivered a strike right there. Great throw that time by the Delta quarterback.
So a new set of downs for the Rabbits out at the 33-yard line. Delta's side of the field, 9:50 to go here in the third quarter, 20-3. Juab leads it here in this opener, 3A South Division. Here's the pitch, right side. Almanza cuts it back inside across the 40, bangs his way across the 45 and all the way to the 49. 16 yards by Almanza. Boy, that was hard running too.
That was. He took a shot from Ashton Seeley that time, and Ashton did not wrap up that time, and he just bounced off it. Also a hit by Brad Tishner, and he just, if you're not going to wrap and these Delta running backs continue to run that hard, you're not going to bring them down.
So the ball out near the midfield stripe. First down and 10 for Delta. Double wide formation again. Here's the give. Once again, they're milking it with Victor Almanza. Look at him plow his way forward. Another gain of 14, almost 15 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and the Wasps are just getting blown off the line of scrimmage right now by the Rabbits. Once again, tackle made that time by Brad Tishner, but he's a defensive lineman, and it is well down the field when he's able to finally track that down.
And those people up front for Delta doing a nice job. As we mentioned, David Skeena, he's the center. And then Payne, Denbo are the guards. Bodie Draper, Russ Styler out at the tackles. And right now, Delta doing a nice job running the ball off the tackle. First down and 10 from the 36-yard line of Juab. Here's a quick hitter off that right side, a gain of a yard, maybe a couple.
Yeah, that time the Juab defensive front stood tough and were able to bring the running back down after a very short game.
Trace Willoughby, you can see, with the carry, and a host of tacklers bringing him down. It'll bring up second down and 8. Delta, all of a sudden, now Cam, over 100 yards rushing. They've got 104 on the evening.
Yeah, after that slow start, able to get things going.
Second down and 8 from the 34-yard line of Juab. Here's the pitch, and it's behind Almanza. Let's see if he can get back on it. It's loose on the ground, and I think the two-back was able to get back to the onto the ball at the 40-yard line, and he does.
That time the junior Nick Wolforth came from his defensive end position and was very near. It didn't look like that play, even caught cleanly, was going to be able to go for much of a gain, as Wolforth was there to make the tackle.
So they lose 6 on the play, and that takes them back under 100 yards rushing. Just as we say, they're over 100 now. They're back to 98 on the loss. So 3rd down and 14. Clock rolls, 7:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter. In motion, they'll bring Austin Chapel. They'll roll left side. Bracken Lovell got a man wide open. Complete. Trace Willoughby steps inside the 30 and down at about the 27. I think he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down.
But a very manageable 4th down now for the Rabbits after that completed pass. Well-designed rollout, and then a little out pattern by the receiver. Delivered the ball in stride, and he was able to get very near the 1st down.
13 yards on the pass completion. It'll be 4th and a big yard to go. And, of course, Delta will go for it, trailing by 17 here with just over 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And I would think you're going to see Victor Almanza with the ball right here.
That would be my guess as well.
Double wide formation. Whoops. And the left side moved for Delta, and that'll cost them 5.
Makes it not so manageable now of a 4th and 6. Just shooting
Penalties
yourself.
have been a big story here tonight.
First one of the 2nd half, I believe, and we made it a long time without that one.
And as bad as my eyes are, Cam, I did see that one.
Well, and that time, the Wasp corners, the Rabbits weren't spread very wide, the Wasp corners came up to jam, and they kind of came in tune with that snap count. So if you see that movement out of the corner of your eye, forget for a second where it's going, what it's going on, and then you just kind of move a little.
So 4th and 6 now. Delta facing a big 4th down right here. Bracken rolls. He got people in his face, and the pass, I think, was intended for Austin Chapel, and he was tackled.
But I think when you run play action right there, he's in the backfield. If you're going to play action to him, he's going to get tackled. And that time the Wasps able to blow up the screen as they just tackled the intended receiver in the backfield.
So out on downs go the Rabbits. Coach Fowles wants an explanation from the head referee, and the referee says, just get back to the side of the field. And again, both coaches, I think, more than anything, if they'll just communicate with them.
Still a discussion now.
And the head referee just says, well, let's play.
Yeah.
So it'll be out on downs, and Juab with the ball now at the 33-yard line, Delta side of the field, and they'll run wide left, and this is going to go for some nice yards all the way out across the 45, close to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 14 yards.
Kyler Nilsson with the crackback block right there just kind of sprung that little sweep open as he was able to get in there and make a good block that sprung him out around that left side for a good gain.
So a new set of downs from the 47. Here's a pass out in the flat, wide open and complete. Flags fly, and up the sideline goes the speedster on the receiver there. I believe that Greg Kidd.
Yeah, Greg Kidd with the reception, and I think Delta had 12 men on the field that time. That penalty will probably be declined.
Boy, and a long discussion down there. Yep.
Yeah.
So that will go as a 21-yard pass reception to Kidd. As Delta had some confusion trying to get people on and off.
You know, although that flag does come from he's not counting there. He sees one go on, but not one come off. Would have to look at that replay. That would be interesting to see.
Robbins back to pass from the 39 of Delta over the middle, and complete, juggled, caught, and then down on a knee after a gain of about 12 yards. And I believe, Cam, if I'm right, was that Ostler?
No, that time once again that completed
was
to
Kidd?
Greg Kidd again, number 15. And right now Nick Robbins starting to get some time, and his accuracy is improving with the more time he gets.
And they are hurrying things up here a little bit. 5:45 to go in the quarter, and Juab driving. Robbins rolls right side. Out in the flat, complete. at about the 7-yard line. This time he hits Stephen Orm.
Yeah, Stephen Orm right there just on a little comeback route and just kind of trying to take advantage of that cushion that the Wasps are receiving right now.
Just short of the first down, so give him 9 on the completion. 245 yards passing for Nick Robbins here in the ball game. And still plenty of time to go in this one. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 lone setback, and they'll go to that setback right up the middle, diving close to the 3-yard line. That time,
Smith, once again, that's Smith on
Brandon
that carry.
Smith.
And he's kind of the go-to back once they go to that flex formation or to a trips formation. They like to spread them out, give it to Smith right up the middle.
Sets up a first down and goal from the 3-yard line. 5:15 left here in the third quarter. Juab leads it 20-3, and they're looking for more. I formation this time behind Robbins. We'll see who gets the ball right here now. Flag flies.
Yeah, that was interesting. that must have been on first sound, but he jumped prior to any sound right there as the Wasp offensive lineman jumps right there, and that'll back the Wasp up 5 yards.
Everybody in red on the Delta sideline pointing like, hey, are you going to call that?
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
So now the ball back at about the 8-yard line. Here's the give, the big fullback. Look at him barrel his way up. In for the score from 8 yards out. Touchdown. Once again, that'll be Davidson.
Yeah, just a good hole right there. Opened up, and a good lead block by that time by Caden Whiting of the Juab Wasps. Diedrich follows right behind him and goes right into the end zone.
So 2 possessions here in the second half for Juab and 2 touchdowns. Once again, very reminiscent of the first half. They came out and scored on their first 2 possessions, and just like that, it's a 26-3 lead with a point after coming. Snap's a good one. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:52 to go in the third, Juab out in front, 27-3. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
All Around Dental Care, located next to the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, can help protect your smile by keeping it healthy. All Around Dental Care offers free initial exams and x-rays, braces as low as $98 a month, free ortho consultations, and convenient appointment times. Doctors Ryan Rush and Justin Hilmo accept all insurances and even offer an in-house insurance plan. And right now they're offering a cleaning for just $45. Just mention the Wasp Sports Special when you stop in. All Around Dental Care, excellent dental care for the entire family. Call 623-0866.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has 4-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
Welcome back to Delta High School alongside Cam Wright. I'm Ken Nielsen as we are moving late here to the third quarter, 4:52. And Juab starting to flex their muscle a little bit here. They lead 27-3, and this kick goes through the end zone. So once again, Delta will start from their own 20-yard line. But very efficient have been the Wasps here in the second half.
Yeah, like, as you mentioned, very similar to the way they opened the first half. Kind of bogged down there in the second quarter. Delta started to get it going. And Delta had a drive going again on their last possession, kind of set back by a motion penalty on a 4th and 1, I believe that penalty came. We'll see if they can continue to control that line of scrimmage and open those holes.
So again, back to the double wide formation as they'll bring Chappell in motion, and then they'll follow up behind him. And boy, just know where to go. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it for Victor Almanza.
Yeah, Greg Kidd comes up from his position right there and gets him on the bounce out. As Almanza made a night, his hole wasn't there, went to bounce it to the outside, and Greg Kidd just came flying up from a linebacker, or from his cornerback position, able to make the tackle.
2nd down and 10, once again from the Delta 20. 4:18 and counting here in the third quarter. And talking about it in the backfield as to what they want to do. Now we're set. Here comes Bracken Lovell up under center. He'll send Trace Willoughby in motion to the right side. Look out, Bracken rolls, and he's sacked back inside the 10 at about the 9. This will be a loss of about 11.
And that's Trevin Linton coming off that right end position and just came unblocked that time and able just to get straight back to the quarterback.
So a 10-yard loss back to the 10-yard line and right back where Delta cannot afford to be. Third down, not just long, but third down and 20.
Yeah, and that'll force Juab, or that'll allow Juab to bring in a couple of 2 safeties now, and they'll play pass here.
Wide receiver far side, one to the near side. Here's Lovell up under center. And he'll roll right side. He'll pitch to Almanza, tries to cut it inside, runs over a player, and then gets 10, back up to about the 20. He has run hard tonight, but 10 yards not going to do it on a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, that'll force the Rabbits to punt, but once, as you mentioned, good hard run right there as he's able to get by a couple of tacklers, fall forward for a gain of almost 10.
So Delta forced to kick this away. Derek Burton stands at about his own 8-yard line. And the receiver for Juab back at his own 48. Here's the kick. This is going to be a little shorter. Hangs up high, and nobody sees it now. It's going to hit at the 38, bounces to the 40, and then back inside the 40.
So once again, excellent field positions for Nick Robbins and the Juab Wasps to begin this drive.
About a 20-yard punt for the Rabbits. And Juab takes over in fantastic field position. It'll be the Delta 40 with 2:41 to go here in this third quarter. And so far here in the second half, Delta has not been able to stop this high-powered offense. As Juab has put up 2 scores here in the third quarter alone. Trips to the near side. One wide receiver at the far side. Out of the shotgun, Nick Robbins stands at the Juab 45. He'll bring Davidson across the formation to the left. Now looks. Steps up, throws over the middle and low and incomplete at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, just a little low on that throw. Had an open receiver that time as Peyton Bowering was streaking across the middle of the field on a post right there. And ball just delivered a little bit low.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Delta side of the field. Clock is stopped with 2:38 to go here in the third. Again, our thanks to KMGR Radio, also Centricom. We appreciate all the fine folks that help us produce this game here tonight. Here's the 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Robbins up under center, and now on the handoff. Ball's loose on the ground, and I think Delta came up with it, and they did. Let's see who comes out of the pile with it. I think, is that 52, Cam?
Yeah, that was 52 that fell on that ball for the Delta Rabbits
That's
that time.
David Skeena. The senior comes in and recovers that one.
Just kind of an odd exchange there, slow, and the Wasps have had a couple of exchanges that haven't looked exactly crisp. That one did not look crisp, a little delayed right there, and just kind of never got into the running back's hands. Fell on, and an alert Rabbits fell on top of it.
So a break here for the Rabbits. They needed it as they trail 27-3 with just over 2.5 to go here in the third. They start at their own 42-yard line. Here's the give. I think that was Austin Chappell. Boy, does he get banged hard as he spins.
Yeah, and he in the backfield. We had a late flag, and it's going to be a hold against the Rabbits. And back to that running play, and that's too bad because Chappell did a great job of breaking that tackle right there.
I talked to Austin today at school, and I noticed he was sporting some nice work along the chin. He had about 6-7 stitches on his chin, and I said, where'd that come from? He said, that was courtesy of Judge Memorial. He took a shot over the middle up at Judge from a safety and laid open his chin, so he's got a little bit of nice work done on his chin holding it together. Kid is a hard-nosed player. So after the penalty, it'll be 1st down and 20. Bracken back to pass, floats it out into the flat, incomplete. Nobody there. Was a receiver coming into the area, Johnny Hatch, but once again, Bracken running for his life right there.
Yeah, not a lot of options for him. He had 3 Wasps in heavy pursuit right there. Did the right thing. Don't take the sack and just delivered the ball. It just fell a little bit short of where his receiver was heading to.
2:08 to go now here in the third. 27-3, and Delta facing a 2nd down and 20 from their own 32-yard line. They'll send it back in motion, Johnny Hatch, and now here's the pitch on a reverse. The ball's loose on the ground, and let's see who's got it. Delta.
The ball right there, as they were very lucky as there was a Wasp in the backfield. Looked like he tried to jump on it, jumped over the top. The Rabbits fall on it, and it'll bring up third and very long. And the Rabbits just aren't comfortable. Their offense wasn't designed for these kinds of situations, and so this puts them in a very uncomfortable spot.
In fact, it's third and 25 now, as they are backed up to their own 27-yard line. They've got to take it across midfield to the Juab line. That's what they're looking at. Trips to the far side, back to pass is Bracken Lovell over the middle. It's intercepted. Nobody there but the defender, as Bracken really took a pop. This is picked off near the 30, returned down to about the 21-yard line.
And Talon Jennings just standing right there in the perfect spot, and due to heavy pressure right there, just no time at all for Bracken to get rid of the ball or to see where he was going to throw it. Tried to make a play right there and just picked off that time by Talon Jennings. Returns it almost to the 20-yard line.
So the second turnover of the game for the Rabbits. They had a fumble lost on their second possession early, and now the interception there by Jennings, and Juab back in business from the 21 of Delta. Davidson off the left tackle, and he is streaking all the way down into the end zone. Touchdown, but a flag comes in on the far side. We'll wait and see.
You almost think holding, and we'll try to catch that on the replay, but it was in a weird spot for holding, as it was well down the field.
That seems to be the call of choice tonight.
It does. That big hole opened up.
Now the flag, let's see, it was thrown down inside the 10, so they will get some yardage out right here.
Yeah, they'll replay first down and have.
They'll get 5 on the carry.
Yeah, first and 5.
82 yards rushing now for the Wasps to go with 2:45 in the air. First down and 5 this time from the 16-yard line. Once again, Davidson, same play, same result, all the way to the end zone, and another flag comes in.
Almost the exact same spot right there. That it was just almost an exact replay.
So they'll talk about it, and we'll bring it back again. Holding is the call. So 2 identical plays, and I'm impressed, Cam, as the youngster's got some quickness. Boy, he hits the hole and is gone.
Yeah, Dedrick Davidson, very quick.
So we're back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 9 from there with 1 minute to go exactly here in this third quarter. 27-3. Juab leads it here over Delta. Robbins up under center. 2 wide to the left side with a slot back, 1 wide to the right. Here's a little counter coming back from left to right, stepping through a tackle and ahead to about the 15. It'll be a gain of 5.
Peyton Bowering on the carry, brought down by a host of Delta Rabbits, led that time by Dakota Dudson.
2nd and 4 now for Juab. The ball just outside of the 15-yard line. Clock under 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. 4 wide here in the set. Back to pass Robbins. His receiver fell down, got back up, made the catch, and dives to the 8-yard line. This will be a first down and a gain of about 8 yards.
Yeah, very good job by the Juab offensive line to give him Nick. He went to throw that quick hitter, and his wide receiver fell down. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter, I would imagine.
And it will be as the clock hits 0. 27-3 is your score, and when we come back, it'll be 1st and goal from just inside of the 8. Once again, you're listening to Delta High and Juab High on KMGR Radio, watching it live right here on Centricom.com. Back right after this.
Lots of Matza Pizza in Nephi is locally owned and a delicious pizza restaurant in Nephi where they do delivery to Nephi, Mona, and Levan. Lots of Matza Pizza has take and bake as well as hot and go pizza. Their food is made fresh daily in store, and they offer pizza, pasta, calzones, sticks, and fresh salads. You can find them online at lotsamatza.com. Their menu is available there, and you can do online ordering available to the customers. Lots of Matza Pizza, proud sponsor of Juab High School Sports.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Miller County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
12 minutes to go in this one. This is the region opener, 3A South for these two teams. And here's Juab with a first and goal from the 8 and no gain on that far side.
Yeah, a little inside handoff that time. The Rabbits read it well, were ready for it, stood him up, and maybe even backed him up for a loss on the play.
Oh, it is a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal from the 9. Juab moving from the south to the north end now. Here's Robbins under center. Tight on the right, wide receiver left, and once again, wow, Davidson with the speed just comes off left tackle and streaks into the end zone, touchdown.
Yeah, no holding call that time. That's the same play that got called back twice on that holding call. This time, Dedrick Davidson able to scoot in the end zone. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
You know, we'll check that.
So looks like extra point as
that is
3rd touchdown of the ball game for Dedrick Davidson as Kyler Nilsson will come out and attempt his extra point. Had one of them blocked earlier in the ball game.
Snap's a good one, holds down, kick is up, and it's good. With 11:25 to go here in the ball game. Juab now way out in front, 34-3. We'll be back once again after this 1-minute break.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith for that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
So Dedrick Davidson making a case for the Mount Nebo Market Offensive Player of the Game as he's got 3 scores here tonight, Cam. He has really put on a show.
Yeah, just burst of speed after burst of speed from Dedrick.
And the ball returned out near the 22, 23-yard line for Delta. And I'm going to have you help us a little bit later for our Defensive Player of the Game, the Whitmore Mansion Defensive Player of the Game. And, of course, Delta High sponsors the Delta Player of the Game as well. So we've got some awards to hand out at the end. But a couple of players, obviously, on Juab's side really making a case for themselves here this evening. We just had the interception here a minute ago over the middle, and so.
Yeah, Talon Jennings with that interception, and Dedrick Davidson's just been fantastic both sides of the ball.
The 23-yard line is where Delta will start, first down and 10. And here is Victor Almanza once again out close to the 30-yard line. This will be a gain of nearly 7 yards.
Brought down by Kyler Nilsson with the assist from Dedrick Davidson on that one. Time starting to work against the Rabbits now a little bit.
Second down and 3 from the 30-yard line. 10:50 to go here in the ball game, and Juab comfortably out in front. And this play just blew up from the beginning. Just nowhere to go for Austin Chappell as he was hit at the line of scrimmage. No hole there for Austin.
And once again, that's by Tryler Greenouch, who has just had a fantastic ball game. He's made several tackles at the line of scrimmage.
So third down and 3. The ball right at the 30-yard stripe of Delta. 10:20 to go here in the game. 34-3. Juab leading this one over the Rabbits. Double wide formation. They'll send Johnny Hatt in motion right to left. Back to pass Complete. Oh, I didn't say complete. Johnny Hatch out in the flat. If he catches that, it's a first down and probably another 5 to 10 yards after that.
Yeah, if not more, as there wasn't a Wasp defender anywhere near him right there, as they had sold out on the run. Ball was delivered well, just not brought in that time, and so it'll bring up a 4th and 5, and the Rabbits kind of, well, they show punt.
And with this punt, Cam, not to beat a dead horse, but it's just an interesting stat here. On this play, Delta will have run 3 more offensive plays than Juab, yet they trail by 31 points. Fair catch called for by Davidson back at his own 33-yard line.
And the Wasp, when they've scored tonight, they've scored quickly and in big chunks right there. It's also helped they've had a short field for the majority of the night. Didn't have to go a ton of yards.
Yep. 95 yards rushing tonight for the Wasps. Nick Robbins with 253 yards passing. He has really had a nice evening here tonight in Delta.
Yeah, a little bit off in that second quarter, but a fantastic first quarter, and in his third quarter he's been dead-eye.
So here comes Juab from their own 33-yard line. 4 wide. One little setback behind Robbins, and he will go to that one lone setback and powering his way forward for a gain of about 3 is that Davidson again? Not sure on the number.
I didn't see who got up on that one. Got swallowed up that time by the Delta Rabbits on that. Never could even see on the replay as he just got swallowed up by David. I'm going to say it wrong. Sheena.
Second down and 7. Here's a give. End around from right to left and diving to the 48-yard line. 15 yards on the carry. I believe was that
Caden
Whiting, you're right.
Just came on that little sweep around the end right there from his slot position.
And now, Cam, 113 yards for the Wasps on the ground tonight.
Over that 400 yards of total offense so far for the evening now.
First and 10 on Delta side of the field, the 49-yard line to be exact for Juab. And here is the give, and I believe the number almost looked like 43, Cam.
Yeah, that was 43 that time on the carry for the Wasps. 43 is Sean Nilsson getting a carry, the junior, into the ballgame to get that carry. But once again, a problem on the exchange for the Wasp is that exchange just was not clean on that inside handoff.
Gets about the length of the football on the gain. It'll be second down and over 9 to go. 8:30 left in the ball game. 34-3. Juab leads it comfortably here over the Delta Rabbits. Here's the give coming around this left end. And a gain of maybe a yard. Diving ahead for that yard was Peyton Bowring once again.
Yeah, much better job that time by the Delta Rabbits to string that outside, get the pursuit from the backside, and able to bring him down.
So it'll be third down and 9. As obviously with a lead of 31, Juab going to the ground game because the opponent now becomes the clock.
Right.
And they want to keep it rolling. We'll see if they put it in the air here. 2 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side slot to the right. Here is the pitch to Nielsen once again around that right side, and he's going to go for first down yardage. But
yeah, a flag.
Out comes a flag at the 45. This one will come back.
Be interesting to see how long Nick Robbins will stay in there at that quarterback spot.
And not know him, who you have as a backup quarterback. Obviously, Nick is not somebody that you can afford to lose. There's
right.
No doubt.
Yeah, we found that out a little bit last year in that semifinal game against Judge, which was a heck of a ball game, and we lost Nick with that broken arm, which is just amazing. He's back as quick as he was. That was a nasty break, required several screws and a rod, and he was back ready to go at the start of the year.
Wow. Third and 16 now from the 45 of Delta. Robbins back to pass over the middle. Got a man open. Beautiful pass and catch, and it's a first down to the 36-yard line as they needed 15, and they got about 18 out of that.
Great pass there by Nick. Just faked that inside dive, stood up and fired it right into the seam. And the Wasps are going to take a timeout, and I'm going to guess they're going to make some wholesale substitutions here.
And I believe the catch there, 35, is Colton Wright.
Oh, it may have been. I looked and I assumed 34, but you're probably right. 35, Colton Wright.
Relative?
No.
Okay.
No, not a relative.
I was going to give you some credit there.
No.
Timeout on the field. We better take it as well. 7:30 to go. 34-3. Back after this 1-minute break.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU ice cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
So as we come back live on a 1st down and 10, Coach Bowering says that's enough for the big quarterback, the All-Stater, as Nick Robbins will head to the bench with 271 yards passing on the night. And replacing Nick will be Riker Osborne, the sophomore. So he'll get some valuable time here tonight.
Yeah. And I would imagine he will be just in to hand the ball off and facilitate the offense now.
2nd down and 9 from the 34-yard line of Delta. The handoff in the backfield, I believe, that's 35. Once again, Colton Wright, and I think his own quarterback might have tripped him up.
Yeah, it looks like it right there. Delta did have good penetration, blowing linemen back right there. And anytime you get penetration, and especially on one of those sweeps like that, you just kind of cause all sorts of problems for the offense.
So 3rd and 16 after the loss right there from the 41-yard line of Delta. Still a lot of time in this one. 6.5 minutes to go, and Juab leading this 34-3. So Osborne out here in the flat, complete to Jakota Snow.
Jakota Snow with the catch there, and a great tackle right there as Jakota looked to turn that upfield. But the Delta Rabbits, Trace Willoughby, able to get over there and to bring him down.
Gets 6 of it back.
Fourth and 10. The Wasps are going to keep the offense on the field here.
So the ball just inside of the 36-yard line of Delta on a 4th down and just over 10 to go. Juab will go for it. 5:40 to go here. And rolling, Osborne right side, looking, going to turn it up and doesn't quite get there. Going to be taken down at about the 32-yard line. If we can get a number.
Yeah, it looked like 21 came in low. I couldn't see which is Rhett Shamu.
Yep, Rhett Shamo on the tackle.
Yeah, Shamo.
Yep, his dad down on the sideline he is a physician here in the area and is also the doctor, trainer, / take care of it all down on the sideline. So he's a good one to have with you.
Yeah, well, that was a fine tackle that time by Rhett as he came in low and able to undercut Riker right there and bring him down well short of the 1st down.
Gets about 3 on the carry. And Delta takes over 1st down and 10 from their own, we'll call it 30-yard line. Back to pass, Bracken Lovell. Down the middle and nobody there. I think he was looking for Austin Chappell, but Austin had not cleared. And the pass about 7-8 yards out in front.
Yeah, it just fell incomplete. Harmlessly right there, fell incomplete. Play as both the Wasps and the Rabbits used the quarterback to come over and shuttle in their own plays. I often thought that made for a lot of running.
2nd down and 10 from the 30 with 5:29 still to go in this game. Bracken busts his way through. I think he wanted to pitch the ball But somebody had a hold of him, and he was wise not to try and get rid of it, kept it himself.
See, this
Picks
was
up 5.
Yeah, face mask call against the Wasp right there. He just continued to plow forward, and one of the guys in the white jersey got a handful of face masks.
So 5 on the carry, and then 15 on the penalty should take this out to the 50-yard line.
He's a little confused. Now He stopped there at the 45. Now he'll walk it right out to the 50. It's amazing how often it's right on lines, too, isn't it?
Absolutely. 5:21 left. And Delta at the midfield stripe. Formation. And now Delta will change quarterbacks as well. Here's Victor Almanza for a gain of about 4. Into the game now for the Rabbits, calling the signals in the backfield. For number 47, that is Jack Dutson. He is a sophomore, and he'll get some valuable time for Coach Russ Fowles.
Couple of sophomores getting some minutes.
Second down and 6 from the 46 of Juab. Here's the pitch. Around this right side, going to be enough room for a first down and more. Almanza takes it all the way down to about the 27-yard line.
Good downfield blocking that time by Rich Peterson, as he was able to get out in front and just kept with that defensive back and let Almanza run and run and run behind him.
Delta with 126 yards rushing now on the evening, but still just the 3 points to show for it here offensively. 4:25 left here. And the ball at the 27-yard line of Juab. Quick hitter off the right tackle. Forward for a couple, maybe 3.
Again, just
wait for him to unpile.
Dutson does a good job right there. Gives the ball off, continues to carry out that fake with the pitch, which will keep that outside linebacker and that defensive end occupied.
I believe that was Trace Willoughby with a gain of 3. Second down and 7. The ball at the 25-yard line of Juab. Austin Chappell in motion from right to left. Here's Dutson back to pass over the middle, complete. Down to the 19-yard line, going to be about a yard short now. A late flag comes in.
Derek Burton on the reception. We'll wait and see what this flag is.
Face mask.
Face mask against the Wasps.
Pretty nice look in there from Dutson.
Yeah.
As he hit the receiver right in stride over the middle. 6 on the completion and then 5 on the face mask.
Yeah, that time wasn't the personal foul variety.
But it does give the Rabbits a first down at the 14. Delta trying to, they're playing for a little bit of pride right here if they can get one in the end zone. Here's the give off the right tackle down to about the 9. It'll be a gain of 5.
Good carry once again.
And I believe that was Daxton Johnson on the carry.
Yep, Daxton Johnson on the carry. And right now, this Rabbit offensive line is really doing a great job opening up holes.
Single tight. They'll come with a wide receiver here to the near side. That's Dakota Hudson. And Delta will take it off the left tackle down close to the 5. It should bring up a 3rd and 1.
Austin Chappell on the carry, and then he's going to get up and he's going to be limping a little bit here as he comes off after that tackle.
He took several stitches in the chin after last week's game, and he does play hard. He's in on a lot of plays going both ways, as do a lot of players from both schools. So 3rd down and a yard. The ball at the 6.
Looks like just a cramp right there for Chappell as he tries to stretch that out.
Double wide formation. Here's Dutson on give. Coming up, fumble into the end zone, and did Delta get back on top of it? Daxton Johnson is the ball carrier. He fumbled it ahead. It went in the end zone, and he dove on it. So now the officials. There they go. I was going to say, I'm not sure what they're going to call, but they do give him the touchdown.
Yeah, that took forever to make that call. I was wondering if there was a rule that you couldn't fumble it forward. I didn't know what the discussion was about there. But that for sure was not an intentional fumble. That was clear back on the exchange, and it just popped out, and he alertly jumped on it.
So for the first time here tonight, Delta gets into the end zone, albeit in a kind of a strange way. Daxton Johnson with the 6-yard touchdown run. And now, point after try. The snap, good, hold, good. Kick is up, and it's good. So with 2:10 to go here in the ball game, 34-10. We'll be back right after this 1-minute break.
Painter Motor in Nephi is home of the best new and used cars in central Utah, backed by extraordinary service. Test drive the new 2014 Chevy Silverado that's redesigned from the tires up to feature best in horsepower, best in towing, and best in fuel economy, touting a V8 engine that gets V6 gas mileage. Right now, Painter Motor has a rock-bottom pre-owned vehicle special. Get any pre-owned vehicle for just $37 down. Painter Motor, 1100 North Main Street in Nephi. Call 800-662-CARS or online at paintermotor.com.
Come visit Delta City, the largest community in Millard County and the surrounding area. Recreational opportunities abound, including camping, hiking, fishing, water skiing on the Gunnison Bend Reservoir, motocross racing, four-wheeling at the dunes, or playing 18 holes of golf on our Jewel of the Desert. Then spend a day experiencing the thrill of finding your own fossils in one of the world's richest deposits of trilobites. Delta is also Utah's gateway into the Great Basin National Park. West Millard County can satisfy all your recreational needs. Delta City.
So Delta gets one in the end zone. They cut this lead 34-10. And here is the kick, kind of a short one. And returned up near the 33, 34-yard line where Juab will take over first down and 10.
Diedrich Davidson on that return. A decent return considering there was no blocking as the Wasps were set up for the onside kick that time.
You know, looking ahead, Cam, after this one for Juab, they've got Canyon View coming up next week, and obviously I think Juab would be a certain favorite in that one, although tonight they were leading Richfield at the half. And then at North Sanpete, Manti comes to Juab on October 10th, which will be a big one. There's no doubt there. That might be for the region championship.
Very well could be.
Here's an end around. A nice run out to the 41. A gain of 8.
That was David Taylor on the carry right there. Brought down by big number 84 for the Rabbits, Tanner Lefevre.
119 yards rushing now for Juab to go with the 271 passing. So right at about 400 yards total offense. And it's reflected on the scoreboard, 34-10. Juab leads it with 1:28 to go here in the game. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. And just a quick little handoff up the middle. This will go for 5 yards.
A carry was by Jared Jacobson for the Wasps as he gets a carry.
So the clock runs, 1:08 to go in this one. And Juab will have an enjoyable ride home. Not a very far one. This is our closest game, well, outside of Millard. But as far as region is concerned, this is the closest game, I think, for both schools. Well, Sanpete's fairly close for Juab.
About 6 is maybe a little bit closer to Mount Pleasant.
Mm-hmm. From the 47-yard line of Delta, first down and 10 for Juab. And again, off tackle, ahead for a gain of about 4, close to the 49 of Delta.
Should be very close. See when they mark the ball in play, and I don't think there needs to be another play ran now.
And as far as Delta is concerned, it doesn't get any easier for the Rabbits. Next week they've got to go to Manti.
Yep.
On the road at the Templars. That will be a tough place to play. Juab takes a knee, and that will do it here from Delta High School as Juab goes to 1-0 in the region schedule as they come over and play really a nice ball game. Sputtered a little bit there late in the first half, but boy, did they get things back on track to start the second half.
Yeah, they did. They made some nice adjustments there. Started to give Nick Robbins a little bit of time to throw the ball and deliver the ball, and when he gets that time, he just becomes very deadly and a very accurate passer.
So hang with us as we'll have our Sunrise Engineering post-game show as we come back after this break. Again, 34-10 is your final. Juab wins it. We'll be back to Delta High School right after this 3-minute break.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Does your kid know it all? Legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "It's what you learn after you know it all that counts." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Help your kids see their potential. Partner up with their coaches and teachers. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Do you need a banking partner for your farm or business? Hi, I'm Darren Dyring, branch manager at Cache Valley Bank in Ephraim, and we have money to lend to your farm or business. If you need to upgrade equipment or purchase a new building or just expand, we can help. Also, don't forget we offer free business and personal checking accounts. So stop by and get acquainted. We want to help you succeed. Cache Valley Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering, serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for over 30 years. And Cam, 35 seconds into the second half, and this game was pretty much put away as Juab came out, really stepped on the gas, and just didn't look back.
Yeah, got that nice return that time from Diedrich Davidson, and then 4 plays later, Nick Robbins is able to direct another scoring drive. And when the Wasps scored tonight, they scored quickly, and they scored in after big bunch plays. But they did bog down in that second quarter. I'm sure that's something that Coach Bowering is going to want to work on a little bit. Don't know how the third quarter went, the fourth quarter here, but that's a couple of games in a row where that second quarter has caused all sorts of problems for the Wasps.
And I would think you'd probably agree that Diedrich Davidson would be our Mount Nebo Market Offensive Player of the Game, and we want to thank Mount Nebo Market. They have the best meat department around, featuring USDA choice beef for a more tender, juicy steak or roast. They will award the player chicken tender meal, which includes drink, tender, chicken tenders, potato logs, the whole shebang, and I think you'd probably be okay with going with Davidson.
Yeah, I think Diedrich had a fantastic game today, and really looked like he had fresh legs tonight as he would just turn on that burst of speed, and it was pretty impressive.
Yep. 3 touchdowns. And I don't want to take anything away from Nick Robbins because it could have easily gone to him as well because he really threw the ball tonight well. He had 271 passing yards, had a score through the air. But I'll bet you he's okay with sharing that with his buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
And I'm going to let you kind of work on the defensive player of the game, and that's the Whitmore Mansion. They're pleased to sponsor the Juab Wasps Defensive Player of the Game. Enjoy the irresistible tropical Caribbean buffet. How about that? I'm going to have to come over and have you take me there.
You know, I need to get there. I was actually going to go the night of our rain delay over there and never made it over, so I need to get over there.
Well, I'm going to let you think about that for a minute on who you want to pick for a defensive player of the game on that one. And on the other side for Delta, we'll pick a player of the game as well here as we go through our Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Real quick, let's look at the numbers in this one. First of all, for Juab tonight, 36 carries for 128 yards. Passing the ball, 18 of 27 for 271. And, of course, Nick Robbins pretty much accounted for all of that. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So 399 total yards. More importantly, 34 points on the board.
Yeah, and I think that's what Coach Bowering would like to see is the points on the board. Nick did throw the ball very well. Anytime you'll take those numbers in a high school game, and almost 400 yards of offense. And considering you were working with a short field doesn't always give you the opportunity to put up gaudy numbers. But the Wasps did do a good job offensively tonight and a good bounce-back game for them. It's just kind of after a lackluster performance last week.
Let's look at the other side as far as Delta is concerned. 37 carries for 144 yards on the ground. Throwing the ball not near as efficient. 5 of 15 were the Rabbits for 39 yards, 1 interception. So 183 total yards here tonight. And we talked about this in the pregame, and we talked about it throughout the game. Delta's forte is not to step back and throw the ball. They are a grinded-out team. They like ball control. And when you get down quickly like they did, 14-0, it took them out of their comfort zone, as you said.
Yeah, and then just, penalties all night long. You never know what will happen. You've got a 4th and 1. I think a 4th and 1 a couple of times ended drives because you picked up a motion penalty, backed it up, became 4th and 6, and then just once again out of your comfort zone. And to be honest, this game was way too long for Delta their liking. They would like this, the ball on the ground, clock running, and as you said, just grind it in, grind it out, and just kind of shorten the game down as much as you can.
Well, as we go to the break, we want to thank Sunrise Engineering. They are the post-game show sponsor. Sunrise Engineering, making the things you do every day even better. And we talk about every day. Our thanks again to Sunrise Engineering. 34-10, your final. We'll be back with more thoughts right after this.
Here it is, that time of year that all kids and parents look forward to. Back to school time! So the Mount Nebo Market is running the hottest price of the year on Yoplait yogurt at only 39 cents each. Or how about fresh, juicy Green River watermelon, 3 pounds for $1, and sweet, locally grown corn on the cob, 3 for $1. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts, only $1.69 a pound. Yeah, send the kids back to school and then go shopping at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Are you ready for a weekend away? Jorgensen's Honda is the place to start. They carry a full line of RVs to make that trip a lasting memory. With models like Yellowstone, Conquest, Amerilite, and Canyon Trail, you can find the perfect fit. For great fun and comfort, check out the full line of RVs at Jorgensen's Honda. Dennis or Mike can help you out. Stop by today at 980 South Coveview Road in Richfield, or give them a call at 435-896-6408.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's $1 menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's $1 menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Legendary NBA coach Phil Jackson once said, "Yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Make your kids' education a priority. Find out what you can do. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sport, promoting excellence in education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
And once again, welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show from Delta High School as we wrap things up from homecoming here. And if you're a Delta fan, didn't end up quite like you would like it to have. If you're a Juab fan, you got to be thrilled as you go to 1-0 in the 3A South. And Juab, as we talked about earlier, they look ahead to Canyon View, making the trip to Nephi and Delta. As we said, doesn't get any easier. They've got to make the trip over to Manti next week. So both teams will go back, I'm sure, look at some game film, see if they can make some adjustments and get ready for their next opponent, because now the season's going to go quick.
Yeah, it is. Now you're into it, and not a lot of time left, and every game matters when you get to this point. So just comes down. You've got to regroup if you're the Delta Rabbits and get ready to go play again. You got 7 days to go get ready. Go get ready.
And, of course, once again, we want to thank Whitmore Mansion, sponsoring the defensive player of the game. Visit the Whitmore Mansion online at whitmoremansionnephi.com. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Thursday, 11 to 7 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And, Cam, one of these days I'm going to come over and we're going to go to the Whitmore Mansion.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And
what do you think? We give that player, I think Talon Jennings probably got that interception. Talon's played a couple of different spots. They've had him at linebacker. They put him down on the defensive line. So we'll make Talon Jennings our defensive player of the game, sponsored by the Whitmore Mansion.
And he's going to get a free deli chicken tenders special. Maybe he'll share that with you. We'll see.
I can only hope.
We'll let you take care of that with the offense and defensive players over there. As please send along my congratulations as well on a game very well played by the whole entire squad. Juab they look sharp, and to come into Delta and put 34 points on the board, I'm sure they'll be thrilled with that. They should be.
Yeah. I'm sure that's never been done, and as I said before, I think that may be the first win in history where the Wasps have come over and beat the Delta Rabbits overhead.
And as far as Delta's concerned, the player of the game for the Rabbits tonight, about number 52, David Skeena, the senior center. I thought he played a really nice ball game. I think even on the defense, if I remember right, he had a fumble recovery for the Rabbits as well.
And and several tackles, and then of course on the offensive side of the ball.
So we'll get him a card to get lunch downtown on behalf of Delta High School. So our congratulations to David Skeena as our player of the game. So with that being said, Cam, it has certainly been a pleasure working with you here tonight. And hopefully down the road we'll get to do it again sometime.
Yeah, I can only hope.
No, it has been a lot of fun. And again, we certainly want to thank everybody involved. Nate Palmer is our engineer here in the booth with us as he travels and puts in a lot of time. The equipment that he travels with, it's just like an ESPN production when he rolls in here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sets up all of the equipment. And, of course, Taylor Thompson on the camera outside did a nice job as well. So our thanks to the fine folks out of Centricom that come in and help us produce this for television and for the Internet. And, of course, we certainly want to thank all the fine folks on the radio side of things as well. It's nice. It's good for the kids to get this kind of recognition and coverage throughout the area. And so our thanks to KMGR and the wonderful people over there.
And we're just spoiled as fans that you can always find a game.
Absolutely. So once again, your final here from Delta High School. 34-10, Juab wins it. We hope you have a really fun and safe weekend. And Cam, enjoy the rest of the season. And we wish you the best of luck with the games down the road. And we'll be watching and listening and checking scores out along the way.
All right, my pleasure.
So again, on behalf of all those people we mentioned, I'm Ken Nielsen. On behalf of Cam Wright, we say thanks for being with us, and we'll see you down the road.
been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.